Hello.
Hello.
Yeah.
Welcome to the previously canceled and then uncanceled Nerdrotic Nooner for today. Greetings, everybody.
Hey.
And the reason I said yes today is Black James Bond. The rumors out there, we're going to talk about it because it just never ends. They never fucking learn, do they? Jesus Christ, they're so stupid. It's probably going to happen. I called it before. I'm like, this is probably going to happen. So we'll talk about that. Superman's James Gunn gets worse every time he opens his pie hole. Because we're going to go over the Rolling Stone article a little bit. Chris has seen a couple of movies. Can't talk much about them. But he can say
I'll tell you some stuff.
One's good. One's not so good.
One's the worst Pixar movie ever. Worst. I mean, the downfall of Pixar. It's everything DEI. I mean, we'll get into it. We have so much to go over, and
we got to kind of speed run it today because I am.
Go.
Yeah, so it's a little bit of a shorter show because I'm hitting the road, going to Cosmic Summit, where X-Ray Girl is going to be the MC. MC X-Ray Girl.
I don't know about that.
What is your is that a background X-Ray Girl, or are you at a
It's real. This is
hotel?
I'm at Kara's house right now.
Uh-huh.
So this is my work / room I'm staying in, and I like it. This is more room than I had.
It
back home.
explains the obscene amount of beige in the room. There's a lot of beige.
That's a lot of beige. That's very girl.
It's
Yes.
very girl.
Okay.
Very
I
girl
wasn't
in
sure what
there.
you meant by beige.
You have to take all the pillows off the bed to get in
Oh
the
my
bed.
God. To be honest, like I hate doing that in real life. I would rather just have the pillows I use to sleep with, and that's it. Why
That's it.
bother?
That's all you
Wasting
need.
time.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, it's not all girls. I mean, Jeremy has his Trump body pillow.
Right.
Oh,
He ate
well,
Cronkite.
I mean,
ate
he
Cronkite.
uses it though. He doesn't put it
His
up.
Christopher Nolan body
Right.
pillow.
He
his
switches
and his
back and forth.
Titanfall 3 body pillow. So, or 2, 3, whatever the fuck. I don't
Size
care.
bed for all his body
There's no
pillows.
Titanfall 3. And his Mario body pillow.
Oh my God.
Yeah.
No,
All
he
right.
actually wears a Mario suit with
He
his
does.
body pillows.
He does. Freaking. Oh, we'll get to James Bond in just a second. Okay, we will. Chris, how you doing?
I'm doing great. I saw one, like as you said, one great film this week, one absolute god awful piece of garbage.
Oof.
And I'll give you a little preview of both. So, but there's I did this news dropped as news to me. I gotta follow.
It's a rumor. So it's a rumor from a guy who's 50-50, which means he's wrong half the time, which is
Right.
better than most people, I guess. And I'd have to check those numbers because I think scoopers are, well, they're wrong half the time and they're 99% full of shit. So that's how I feel about scoopers. But this is like, this would be the safest, easiest, obvious thing to do because I think it's actually going to happen. I think
100%. And you know, look, if it's Idris Elba, which is not going to be, he's too old. But
no,
I love Idris Elba.
Idris Elba. This guy can be 008. They can be 009.
Do a not black James Bond, a black 008 British, cast a British actor. No shortage of good black British actors. And then just make it a whole new character. They want a world build, do it.
But this dude's going to be the new Idris Elba because look at his eye color.
Right.
So he's in Lantern. So Aaron,
is that the rumor?
Perry? Yes. Is
Pierre.
Aaron Pierre is reportedly being considered for the next James Bond via a pooper scooper. And I absolutely believe this 100%. Amazon has completely taken over the reins. They're going to turn it into a franchise. Everything the broccolis didn't want. And that's what it's gonna, and they're gonna reboot it, and they're gonna reboot it they're gonna like start out with, they're gonna just remake all the fucking movies, and maybe they'll do it as TV series, maybe they'll do it as, but that's what they're gonna start by remaking all the books that have already been adapted. So it won't be new stories. It will be Ian Fleming for a modern audience, which is just gonna be the worst shit ever made. They're like zero hope. Like,
he's gonna politely seduce Bond girls and ask them, "Is this okay?
With
Is
so much
this
consent.
okay?"
Yeah.
there'll be Black James Bond, Dr. No, Black James Bond, Thunderball. They won't do Octopussy. Okay. They'll call it Octavagina or Octomisogyny. That's what they'll call it. Octomisogyny.
I always loved like the Bond girl names, like Xenia Onatop, like those names were so great.
They were.
Why don't they just make it like do a period piece? That's the way to handle all of this. Do a period piece, then you can be as sexist as you want, and it's that was the times.
It was the times, and it also holds back the technology a little bit, so there's no cell phones, and it can create a lot more tension. You don't have you won't have people being able to communicate with each other. It makes all the sense in the world. Why not?
Yeah,
just set it in the 60s, and it would be great. With a white Englishman. Like that's what Bond is. So yes, Bond for the modern audience, and this guy's going to be Hollywood's new favorite. Let's cast this black guy in everything, particularly for white roles.
What do you think, Ryan Coogler as director?
Why not at this point?
Yeah, that makes sense.
Find a trans writer. That one that did that Doctor Who episode. Get Ryan Coogler. What the hell? Sorry.
You could do a 008, build out the world, do something.
You could.
Different. You could create something new.
Like it's a completely different type of agent that does different type of ops, and they could interact at times, but it would be just that's what we mentioned with when they turned the Doctor into the first female Doctor played by Jodie Whittaker, instead of like making it a time lady, like Romana, or even going with Ronnie. You would just have two different shows. Then you'd make more money by making more shows that wouldn't destroy the canon of the other. And no, because this is about taking something away. This has always been about taking something away from the white people, taking away from the privileged and redistributing amongst the community. That's exactly what DEI, identity politics, intersectional feminism is. That at its heart, it's Marxist. So, and at heart, it's elitist, because it's still a bunch of rich, woke white people going, here's some hand-me-downs, little black people who don't know how to use computers or apps or don't know how to vote. We'll hand you stuff. And it's legitimate now because it's from us. Right. Like it's fuck off. So it's more of this bullshit, and like fucking go ahead at this point. Like James Bond is dead. He walked into a fucking bunch of missiles like the audience wanted to after that horrible fucking movie. All the James Bond movies suck after Casino Royale. They just do. Some suck less than others, but they all fucking suck. And let's call it what it is. And it's been dead for a while, but like you killed James Bond. That's something you don't do on screen ever. You can't ever take that back. That's just like you can't take back killing Luke Skywalker and killing Han Solo. Right. These are heroes that are supposed to live forever in perpetuity. Well, like like killing them is stupid.
The worst to me is the Star Wars sequels. There's nothing wrong with what happened to riding off into the sunset.
Into the motherfucking sunset.
That's it. That's what heroes do. They're legends. They don't die. They just disappear, and the fact that they took each movie, they killed a legacy character, like was so weird. It was just, I mean, I've spoken.
It's the sign of the times.
It's the corporations wanting to do that.
Well, it's the corporations wanting to separate themselves from the people. There's rights issues, of course.
Right.
They want to make their own thing, but they also want this to be brand, right? And they don't understand that. Like Kathleen Kennedy apparently said, it's imperative we get away from the Skywalker saga. Then I hate to break this to you. There's a lot of Star Wars fans who probably feel that way too. It's the Skywalker saga.
Yeah, that's
Star Wars is the fucking Skywalker saga.
Star Wars is Han, Luke, and Leia. And
Period.
you know, Lando and the droids and other characters, but
what is Andor?
It's the
what
character.
is Andor? Andor is leading up to the Skywalker. Everything hinges on the Skywalker saga in that story, even though it's not even fucking mentioned. The only reason it exists is because of the Skywalker saga.
And Star Trek, Kirk, Spock, McCoy. That's it. That's the and you know, other characters, Sulu, Chekhov, whatever. But it's a miracle that lightning struck twice with Picard, Riker, and
with the Next Generation.
Next Generation. I mean, it was rough going. It wasn't until third season it got really good. That I don't know if you're the one cliffhanger.
It's one of the. It got
good.
It's
Early
the rare example, but you also had people who absolutely respected.
Yes.
And let's not forget, McCoy was in the first episode.
Yeah, it was.
That
was
Scotty
awesome.
came back, and Spock came back. And Kirk came back in the worst way. Fuck, I hate Generations.
Yeah,
but no, you can put that back up. I want that. I want that up. I want people to. This is gonna happen. The most shocking thing would be if this doesn't happen. So if you want to see a turnaround, if you want to see a real fucking turnaround in Hollywood, this doesn't happen. And I just, listen, it's dumb. And this is going to be as bad as Snape. I know there's some people out there who like the Mission Impossible franchise more than James Bond, but that's, I mean, and you have a right to your very wrong opinion, but the James Bond franchise is one of the oldest, greatest franchises of all time.
Yeah. And
it switched out Bonds all the time. A lot like Doctor Who, they switched out characters. People hated it at first. People grew to love them. New generations grew to love that. And then they fucked it up. They fucked it up with rights issues. And now they fucked it up because they don't believe that you can make a James Bond film today, which is completely false. It's stupid. You can make a 100% Ian Fleming accurate James Bond today, and people would love it. People would absolutely love it across the board. Yeah. The only people who won't love it are the people in charge of this shit now, because they're so fucking up their ass with their own politics. They don't know they aren't connected with the audience anymore, and they don't know good from bad. They don't have morality. They're brainwashed fucking idiots in a bubble of retardation. And that's why I believe that will actually happen. We'll get a black James Bond. They're so stupid. There's a lot of Trump said it, man. There's a lot of stupid people in charge of a lot of money.
Yeah. Yeah. Did you see you have not seen this. You probably would not watch this. The Studio with Seth Rogen?
No, I can't. I hate that guy so much.
I know. It's actually pretty good. It's pretty good. I mean, it's like, really? I love the movie The Player, and Bryan Cranston plays a character named Griffin Mill that's named after the lead character in The Player. So it's kind of a extension of that story in a way, and it mocks Comic-Con, CinemaCon, the Golden Globes. It makes fun of everything. It makes fun of even casting. DEI shit. It's pretty good. It's pretty good.
Does it make fun of it in the way that The Boys made fun of it? Like with like
no, just everyone's an idiot and no one knows anything. It makes fun of DEI, makes fun of franchises. Like Kool-Aid is the big franchise in the first episode. They want to do a Kool-Aid movie. It's an IP. It just, the thing is, and then Martin Scorsese is trying to make a Kool-Aid movie, but it's about it's something completely different.
That's kind of funny.
And it's actually really clever. It's the writing. If you can get past Seth Rogen,
he's a little tough to get past. I don't think he's very talented as far as an actor. He's a good producer. He's gotten a lot of work.
Yeah, but the
why,
writing is what really makes that show. So I know Chato was like mixed or didn't like it, but I liked it quite a bit. So. But this will happen. This being floated out.
This is going to happen.
What are the comments?
What are the comments?
Yeah, what are people saying? I'm looking it up now. What
Gee, I
you would
wonder
expect.
is so well known for having a mustache. Why not him? Because he's black.
Yeah.
Idris Elba. No, because he's black. He's black. James Bond is white. Thank you.
Yeah.
People are going to be really chill about this, I'm sure. Why should, hey, if they really went out there and cast a white Black Panther, how chill would y'all fucking be? How chill would y'all fucking be? Shut the fuck up.
Yeah, I'm looking at the comments. They're not good. I mean, there is
This can't be real. Is Disney behind this?
yeah.
Oh,
Oh my god. Why not him? Oh my god.
At this point,
Yeah.
why not? LeBron James Bond.
Get the I'm the captain now guy.
Jamal Bond.
No, you know the guy who was like, I'm the captain now. I don't know that actor's name. I just know he's famous for one line in a movie. And I mean, wasn't he like not an actor? He was like selling mobile phones at a kiosk and they cast him. Then he got nominated for Best Supporting Actor for saying one sentence. Weird.
I don't care how serious is he such a good actor? Can he transform into a white person? Is he that good of an actor? I don't care what his fucking pedigree is. I don't really give a shit. You got to look the part too. This is a visual medium. Tired of playing these fucking games. Like, fuck. You're racist if you don't want a black James Bond. Okay. It shouldn't matter. If it doesn't matter, then just make him white. If it doesn't matter so much, then just cast him accurately. If it doesn't fucking matter so much, they're the ones who made the issue of it. They're the ones who tried to vilify anybody who brought it up. And we're so fucking long into this bullshit now. Get fucked. James Bond is white. James Bond is white. You're not racist if you say that. If people say you are, who gives a fuck? Who gives a shit? Who needs James Bond to be black? Will James Bond, what gives them their best chance to succeed, Chris? A black James Bond or a white James Bond?
I would say Henry Cavill, just cast
Yes.
him. He's in the comments, Henry Cavill, people posting. It seems pretty obvious. Or Aaron Taylor Johnson.
As a business decision, you want to creatively, be authentic and good, but you also want to give yourself the best chance to succeed.
Cavill was so good in Mission Impossible.
Oh,
I wish they brought his character back. He was great. That whole thing with his, like that fight in the bathroom was just amazing. That was great. But yeah, I mean, are there people positive? I don't see a lot of positive.
No.
And I saw that with that Superman clip. I saw a bunch of bots in there with when they put up the Lois Lane clip where she comes off pretty annoying in there, but like
where's the clip? We're gonna watch that. Right?
There's like 4 comments in a row that I saw last night. They were like, the chemistry for them is amazing. The chemistry for them is amazing. The chemistry for them is amazing. I'm like, oh, you're the same person. So I don't see any fucking chemistry there at all. But it's Man from U.N.C.L.E. was freaking great. That's a fun movie. Henry Cavill was in that. That's I don't know if you've seen that recently, Chris. Man from U.N.C.L.E. is the shit. And Cavill proved he can play Bond. So yeah, the comments are not happy about this. Oh hell no. So we'll see. Now, a lot of times, this can be the publicist of the actor floating this out there. It could be just a scooper literally making shit up because they don't have any rumors this week, which happens 100% of the time.
Oh, yeah.
And this could be the studio floating it out there to see, running it up the flagpole to see who salutes. All these things happen. So any of these could be true. Any of these could be true. But if you want to like put this guy as Chris, as 008 or 009, fine.
Yeah.
But that's not what you lead with. You lead with James Bond. You make it Henry Cavill. Yeah, it's an on the nose choice that every fucking fan would love, and that would give you the best chance to succeed. End of story.
Yeah.
End of story. You can take that down now. So yeah, I don't know if you can find that clip. DC put it up. X-Ray Girl.
Wait, here's the thing that kind of explains Hollywood's thinking. It's I know this is not really related, but it's like a laundromat. It kind of explains what Hollywood thinks. I don't know. This is kind of dumb. I can play it if you want.
What?
While you're looking.
I'm Tom Michaels, and I want to invite you to my new laundromat, White's Only Laundry. We specialize in washing your white laundry, so your linens, socks, and undershirts will look fresher than ever. By focusing just on white laundry, our prices are 25% lower than the other guys. Plus, get an extra 10% discount by singing our slogan at the register.
Oh my God.
Hope to see you soon.
Now, wait, there's more.
Hi, it's Tom again from the laundromat that's been in the news, and I really want to apologize. I definitely should have realized that the name White's Only Laundry sounds racist, is racist, and that was not my intention at all. But we've changed the name and fixed the problem. White's Only Laundry is now No Colors Laundry.
Oh no!
Without any of the racial connotations of whites only. Plus, to make up for our terrible mistake, come on in before Friday and you'll get yourself a free T-shirt. Just don't wash it here because it has all these colors on it.
Oh my God!
Hi, it's Tom again. I'm so sorry. I feel terrible. Obviously, changing the name only made things worse. Neither one of those are appropriate names for a laundromat or any business or anything. But I'm going to make things right.
Let's go.
First,
Oh,
for
God.
the African-American community, I've installed a special side entrance so that you'll know you're definitely welcome in my laundromat. Also, I've set aside separate but equally powerful washing machines exclusively for your use in the back of the laundromat. Although they still only wash white clothes. And this time, to ensure I don't upset or disrespect anyone, I'm naming it after myself. And since my sister just had a baby, everybody come on down to Uncle Tom's Laundromat. Remember, whites only, no colors, and black center through a special side entrance.
Oh my God!
That is brilliant.
Where'd you
It relates
Holy
to our
crap.
conversation.
It totally does.
Yeah, that's how Hollywood. They can't. There's an episode about that. They're casting the Kool-Aid movie, and they cast Ice Cube, but then it's like, is that racist? And the executives have no clue, and it just shows you like Hollywood just doesn't know this shit, and their knee-jerk reaction is to, the knee-jerk reaction is just to do something that's stupid instead of be close to the source material, which is the best. You can always say source material says this, we will do that, and
Yes.
that's what you do.
So I couldn't see the comments last night. There was more like botted comments under it. I can't see them now. Now it's just filled with like, she sounds annoying as hell. Listen, Lois Lane is a strong character. Okay. She's a go get 'em fucking reporter. Always like the reason she got herself in so much peril, like hanging off of a building and like all the Max Fleischer Supermans, he's got to save her from some crazy shit, is because she's tough. She goes and does crazy shit. So that's fine. Nobody's against that. That's what Lois Lane has always been. That's comic book accurate Lois Lane. So this clip, this is the one of it. This is 30 seconds of a 10-minute scene. Now, contextually, it's fine if they're like kind of playing a part. They're like role playing here. Like, hey, we're gonna pretend like we're not boyfriend girlfriend, and I'm an actual reporter,
Right?
Interviewing Superman to prepare him for it, right? But again, I'll just ask: is this what you lead with? No, we're not doing 10 minutes. No. I actually like you guys. I don't know about the 10 minutes in the movie theater. As Chris said, that's a good time to go to the bathroom. Probably.
Yep. I already know when I'm going.
If you got to drain the main vein, that's the time to go. No sound.
Sorry.
Yeah.
You've gotten a lot of heat on social media lately.
I don't read that stuff. Superman doesn't have time for selfies.
Third person. You're referring to yourself in third person now.
No, it's just a thing I came up with that I thought I'd try to work into the next interview.
This is on the record, Superman.
Okay, well, not the part where I said that.
Yes, that part.
No, that part was an aside. That was off the record.
You have to say off the record beforehand, not after.
Why are you being like this?
It's fine. I won't write that you spend your spare time trying to think up sound bites, which are terrible. But you've gotten a lot of.
Wow.
Yeah.
Oh, I didn't like that.
No,
Ooh.
that thing at the end, like what she should have said is like, we're trying to like role play here. You know,
Yeah.
That's why I'm being like this. But no, she had to be out snark. And yeah, I'm just seeing like the question we had before this movie, it's going to be the most scrutinized movie of all time. Is it fair? Yes, it's fucking fair for people who go, it's so unfair that we're just scrutinizing this movie. Fucking welcome to fandom. Welcome to the fifth fucking Superman movie, fourth or fifth Superman movie. Welcome to the world where James Gunn made it about him. Where he comes out and says, oh, you don't want everyone to root for you. That reeks of Rian Johnson shit. Remember, if you're not pissing off half the audience, you're not doing something right. It's like, you're not fucking making high art here, dipshit. You're making Superman. You shouldn't be pissing off any of the audience. You should be trying to make 100% of the audience happy. It sounds like a bunch of coke, but yeah, the question we had was, can he not be James Gunn? In this,
yeah, it's everything about the promotion with him. Like, when does he have time to make a movie and run a studio? He's doing so much promotion, and they were not exaggerating when they said Barbie like promotion. Like, Superman's on the cover of People magazine. It's are you following stuff? This is more promotion than Man of Steel ever got.
Yeah,
so
and it's not as good. Dude, I'm telling you, fucking Superman Returns and Man of Steel had better promotion. There was, we're old, so we both vividly remember when Superman Returns was coming. You're probably at Comic-Con. You probably saw the panel with what's his fuck? David Goyer. So David Goyer was doing the Superman Returns panel and talking about that. And there was hype. There was tons of hype for both. And the trailers were fine. Everybody's like, this is going to be cool. This is going to be great. And they both, kind of were whelming, at best. Whelming.
I love that. Mueller.
Yes. TM Mueller. They were whelming. And I if anything, I'd say it's a little less. It's getting way more hate than Man of Steel ever got prior to it coming out. Everybody was like, Henry Cavill's good, and remember Bryan Singer was coming off of X2. He was coming off of X-Men 2. Kevin Spacey was in it. Like, there was a ton of hype for that movie as well.
Yeah.
And it's practically forgotten now. Like, people go, oh yeah, I like the airplane scene.
Yeah, everyone says that.
Yeah, I like the airplane
Everyone
scene.
says that.
Yeah, that's it. Oh, he was a stalker. Okay. Harold Kumar is in it. Remember, Kumar's in the fucking movie, and he says like one word.
Yeah.
Then he went off to work for the Obama administration. It's weird. A lot of people work for the administrations, work in Hollywood. X-Ray Girl, Rolling Stone article.
X-Ray Girl, you look like the video that pops up on my screen when I'm staying at a hotel, like the Marriott.
What does
Just saying
that mean?
Like, you stayed at Marriott and then they pop up the little like visit art. I don't know.
Okay.
Forget it. It's your background, not you.
Oh,
It's the
how
background.
uniform it looks.
It's like a really
Corporatized
nice
home.
corporate hotel room with fanciful pillows. Anyways, even this, like, oh God, it makes me, because I really like James Gunn, and I feel like no one is telling him you might be coming off kind of like a jerk by doing this. So much promotion. I mean, I got to show a clip from his Instagram that will relate to this, but we should go through this story.
We should, as quick as possible.
Yeah.
But yeah, it comes off like he just comes off as a pretentious egomaniac. That's which he is, by the way. And let's not forget, we're not making high art here. We're making a Superman movie. Okay. You're not some Artur. You're making a fucking Superman movie. Which is something which is a code that Hollywood has yet to crack since James Donner. You know what? I hate Snyder fans, Gunn fans, Superman Return fan. If you wonder why people bring up the Donner Superman so much, it's because it's better. It's one of the top 100 greatest movies ever fucking made. It really captures the comic, the time, and it's still timeless. And Dick Donner's film is so vastly superior to anything that's come out. That's why the public, that's why it's in the zeitgeist. That's why people constantly compare it to the Dick Donner film, because Dick Donner did a better job. That's why everybody says Christopher Reeve's Superman, because he is. Now, somebody could take the cape from him at any time, but they haven't yet. And why haven't they? Because it hasn't been as good. Superman director James Gunn, you don't want everyone to root for you. Okay. That's a cope. That's a cope, Dick Army. Chat. DC Studio co-CEO goes deep, balls deep, on his high stakes, ego-driven take on Man of Steel, the future of his new DC universe, and how getting fired helped him feel loved. It's not hard to find James Gunn's office on the Warner Brothers. Yeah, it probably has pictures of his face on it. A huge glowing Superman S symbol beacon from an entrance wall, visible through a glass door from yards away. Gunn, 58, in his third year as co-CEO of the company's newly created DC Studios, which has how much stuff has DC Studios put out, Chris?
The Creature Commandos, I think, is that it?
And Superman, right? Super/Man.
Yeah.
Super/Man. So the Christopher Reeve documentary.
Oh, right. Yeah.
So they've done two things in 3 years. And you know what? Do you ever see Jeff Bezos' first office for Amazon?
Yeah, I love that picture. I've seen it. It looks like he's got an image writer printer or something. I love it.
Did you ever see the early offices for Marvel Studios? For Marvel?
No,
They're very humble. There's some statues hanging around, but like Kevin Feige's office as it is now was not as it was then.
Yeah.
Right. And Kevin Feige's office as it is now is still less egomaniacal than fucking James Gunn. So,
yeah.
I would say focus on the goddamn movie and not decorating your office with giant neon fucking lights and putting your face everywhere, but that's me. Shared the title and office with Peter Safran, who handles the business side of the operation. Together, they're creating a new superheroes universe around some very old, sorry, my phone was interfering there. Some very old characters aiming to finally make Superman and friends and family and Flying Pet truly competitive with the with currently shaky Marvel Cinematic Universe. Shaky. I think later on is this article where he says it's dead. It got killed. So Gunn is a refugee from that universe after writing and directing his final MCU movie, 2023's Guardians of the Galaxy. Superman, due July 11th, is the first feature film set in the DCU and arguably one of the highest stakes movies ever made. That's not arguable. It is one of the highest stake movies ever made, period. Though Gunn despises that framing, sorry you hate it, it's true. He's an unlikely studio exec, to say the least. He spent his early years trying every conceivable creative outlet, fronting bands, drawing alt-weekly comic strips, acting, performing monologues in dive bars. He also got a Columbia MFA and published a raw early debut novel, The Toy Collector. Finding some path is his true calling with Lloyd Kaufman. co-founder of the famed B-movie purveyor Troma Studios, paid him $150 to write the screenplay for something called the Tromeo and Juliet. Yes. He was soon writing big budget movies. Let's get to the quotes here before we go. Like we know his history.
This is the resume.
Yeah.
You know, most of us know that. And I like his, I have that book, The Toy Collector. It's really good.
Here, let me get this.
And Tromeo and Juliet for a Troma movie is
Tell me the link to the article.
super fun.
Sure. Sorry.
There we go.
Go on, Chris. What were you saying?
Go on, Chris.
Yeah, no, I was just saying that, like, I know about his early days. I met him at the St. Louis Film Festival in the 90s. We were on a panel together, and I knew him back then. He was very humble, and but he's had a lot of success. Success changes people. It changes people a lot. And I think down to the core, he's still probably a humble punk rock guy, but he's had a lot of people blowing smoke up his ass.
Yeah, he doesn't look humble anymore.
I know.
Those days are gone.
Yeah, I mean, like, the FF movie is not centered on the director, Matt Shackman.
Yeah.
It's kind of, that has its own set of problems, believe me. So, Fantastic Four.
It probably, you know what? It probably traumatized the hell out of him to get canceled the way he was. That was his own fucking fault, by the way. He could sit there and blame everybody else that want, but he's the one who decided to make the jokes. Like, I believe in free speech. I believe you can joke about whatever the fuck you want. I personally have my own personal line, right, that I won't cross. But if somebody crosses that line, whatever, it's not my job to tell them yes or no. But the world can respond to you. The world can respond to you, and especially when you go out and you start pulling some TDS shit, what he was doing, which poked the bear and got people to go back and look.
Yeah.
So you just got to deal with it, and then he didn't back up Gina Carano either. When he basically like piled on her after he was fucking canceled. So he just fucking sucked the corporate deek and fucking came back. And a corporate man, but now he's in charge, so he's feeling a little more emboldened. That's what it comes off as. I don't know if this is a fucking act, if this is a play. I have no fucking idea, but it comes off cringe, absolutely cringe. So, but he says some like really odd shit in this. So we'll start out with just the obvious one, which is over at Marvel. They have been pretty open about the fact that they realized what's gone wrong over there in the past few years. They put out too much stuff. And longtime Marvel executive producer Luis D'Esposito said that privately to me, I don't even know if it's really their fault. Yes, it is. Okay. So that's one word. That's the co-part. They were under a corporate mandate. Yeah. That wasn't fair. It wasn't right. And it killed them. So that's saying Marvel's dead.
Yeah, he's very passive aggressive in these comments about Marvel. He doesn't overtly or directly say anything bad.
No, he doesn't. He doesn't. But this is what Kevin Feige's accused of being too, is passive aggressive, right? So he's passive aggressive, and that's kind of how things are in Hollywood, which is to your face. Oh, you're the best, man. It's all good, and then they plunge that fucking dagger in as soon as you turn around.
I never trust people that are overly nice to me because I know they want something. Like, just treat people like people. But when people are overly praising and nice, I'm waiting. What do you want? Just get to the part where you're going to ask me for something. So you just start with that. I don't care.
Right. You do. But here's the problem. It wasn't just, I mean, that's been the party line for Marvel, by the way, is just too much stuff. It's not too much stuff. If half of that too much stuff was just good, there wouldn't be a problem right now. There'd be zero problem right now. but they not even half, not even a third, not even a tenth of that stuff was good. That's why they have the problem. It was too much bad shit. So that's and they ain't coming back from this. Fantastic Four, has the same pressure on it as Superman, by the way. It has to be just as fucking great. And it just doesn't look like it. I know there's a bunch of footage going around. That's for a pizza ad, right? So Gargantuan that's not what it's going to look like in the movie. It was just a pizza ad animation. But people believed it. And why wouldn't you? Yeah. Why wouldn't you? All right. Hang on. I got to find the next quote here. Man, I had this all ready yesterday. And I don't have it ready now. Sitting on his table is a Superman Spider-Man crossover comic book from the 70s. At some point, it feels like it's going to happen in the movies, doesn't it? Maybe 10 years from now. We've talked about it a billion times. That could easily happen, but simultaneous to that, I think it would be interesting. It couldn't happen because it would have to be Sony, Marvel, and Warner Brothers agreeing on something. That's never going to happen. What was the part where he said, he talks about, with this movie, you have people actively rooting against you because they're fans of previous incarnation of Superman and DC Zack Snyder's. As you may have heard, I'm trying to think of how to say this best. I don't mind it. I think it's good. I think you don't want to have everybody root for you. And I have an actor who reads everything online. I won't say who it is, but he'll read this article and he'll know who it is. It's one of the top 5. It's one of the top 5 in Superman. And this actor gets so upset over things that people say. I say, first of all, you realize that the trailer came out and reactions are 97.9, which is true, positive. These people help us because you don't want everything to seem 100% positive. Yes. And he's right about that. But like coming off and saying, you don't want everybody to root for you. I would say that a little differently. I'm like, you can't, you know what? We're doing the best we can. We can't expect everybody to be happy with it up front, but hopefully when you see it, you like it. That's the way I'd probably say it. Like, always be gracious, right? This is the problem that publishing's had, comic creators have had in the last 10 to 15 years, actors have had, Hollywood has had. They never thought for one moment, Chris, they're in the customer service business. They thought they were answerable. Honestly, some of these fucking retarded actors think they're responsible to their agents or whatever contract they signed. And they're not responsible to the customers. You always were. And now more than ever, you always are. You are wearing that company's uniform, be it if you're a contractor for a minute, or whatever. This is a talk I had with my employees at the comic shop when they started getting political. And I said, you know what? When you work here, you can't be political. And this is a decision you can make right now. Like, you cannot work here or you cannot be political online, because even though it's your personal account, it's, you know what you have right there under employed? Comic Outpost.
Yeah. You can't wear a BLM pin or a MAGA hat. You just can't. You'd be completely neutral.
We're not in the business of politics. You can have your politics all day long in your private life, but if you're representing this comic store, no, fuck no. Yeah. Especially here in fucking San Francisco. But and we always said there's a fucking sign in my store. It's a political free zone, right? That was the whole point of it. Like, this is the point where we take a break from that shit, right? So you're wearing that company's uniform. And it's up to the company if they want to let their people talk or not. I don't really give a shit what an individual company does. But, the whole meme, sir, this is a Wendy's. Sir, this is a Superman film. So, and thankfully, at least within this movie, although it's completely scrutinized, we're talking about like creative choices, like kind of bad ones. And James Gunn, and we're not talking about a female Silver Surfer or fucking Pedro Pascal. I guess we can take that away from it. But there's another part. You could take it down. I'll kind of paraphrase. He talks about how stupid it is. He talks about he wants a vulnerable Superman. And I think
I would defend him on that because I do think that a
Well,
Superman that is relatable.
that's not what I'm taking issue with. But
Oh,
go
okay.
ahead.
But like I love Christopher Reeves. He played two characters, Clark Kent and Superman. Very different, same person. But Clark Kent was so likable. With the way Christopher Reeve played him. So if that's what he's going for, I get it. But even that 30-second clip, I'm kind of, if that goes on for 10 minutes, it's not the romantic scene with Margot Kidder having dinner with Superman, you know, like, and that poem, which is super cheesy.
It's the most like, that was the first time I experienced full body cringe in a movie theater when I was a kid. I'm like, make this stop. Please make this stop.
someone please remake that scene with Margot Kidder in that poem, but have it be James Gunn with James Gunn. So James Gunn.
Well, that's a great idea.
Yeah.
Legion of Memers.
Can you read my mind? Do you know what it is that you do to me?
James Gunn.
Yeah, James Gunn with James Gunn.
Oh,
that's got to be in your review. That's in your review. Gary, you got to work on that.
Well, now you said it public. It can't be in my review because somebody else is going to fucking do it.
No,
I use their stuff. No, you don't steal it. Some ideas you just keep to yourself.
No, I should have DM'd you. Damn it.
It's
Sorry
okay.
about that.
It's okay. No, somebody make it and I'll steal it, but I'll give you credit.
Yeah, there you go.
Unlike other people, I give credit where credit is due.
There you go.
Chris does too. But like, nobody credits Chris with all the rumors he creates because all the rumors that are right come from Chris Gore. Chris is the only scooper who's 100% right.
I'm really reluctant to share stuff, but
I know.
Get a lot of stuff, and I only will say it if it's like, well, I got this confirmed. I got some. When have you been fucking wrong? You haven't been wrong. Oh, I haven't been. Yeah,
you haven't been wrong because I know who you talk to.
You know, exactly.
I know exactly who you talk to, and they work for that company 100%. So
I get things from the source. And by the way, tonight I am binging all episodes of Ironheart.
Oh,
and I'll DM you.
Poor thing.
I'll DM you while I'm watching it, Gary. I might send you.
I'm already prepping for that. Like,
yeah, dude.
I don't know if I'm even doing a video before that because we're gonna have my people prepping.
And the episodes are between 40 and 50 minutes each.
Oh no!
They're not like 30
with
minutes.
Credits?
It is Marvel's Acolyte.
That's with credits. So all I did was look at the running times.
Here, throw this up. X-Ray Girl. This is Robert Downey Jr. being paid to pre-record a message to. It's super authentic. It's so super authentic. This is so fucking bad.
So lame.
Robert, you have time to quit Doomsday and just walk away. Okay, RDJ, yeah. You have time to walk. Listen, I can't fault him. I think they gave him $50 million. Okay, you're forgiven. Fuck that. Like 50 million. Nobody turns down $50 million. Okay.
I've heard things about Doomsday, Gary.
Oh, well, let's talk about this after.
I cannot. It's too, maybe with you, obviously. I can't publicly. I have heard things.
Are they good or bad?
At this point, mix, like nobody knows. But the script, they're literally like working on the script on the set. They have the screenwriter, and they're like on set shooting, and the writer's there, like making changes and fixing stuff.
And that's what James Gunn was just throwing shade at. It's like, we don't do anything until we finish a script. Let's and real quick before we start this, let's bookend the James Gunn thing with let's keep in mind that in the next year we're going to be getting 5 things. So we're not going to do what Marvel does. We're not going to spam bang. Our content's going to be good, even though we're basing it on Tom King's work, who's fucking terrible. So within, let's say a year or 2, we're going to get Creature Commandos 1 and 2. We're going to get Peacekeeper season 2. We're going to get Superman and Supergirl. That all happens within the next year and a half. So it better be fucking good. Because if Superman isn't good, Supergirl ain't going to do very well. No matter what kind of a movie it is. I like Millie Alcock. I think she's a good Supergirl. I think that's good casting. I think it's horrible that they're basing it on a Tom King series that's basically True Grit for superheroes and not as good because Tom King's a cuck. All right. Hit play.
Do you mind if we interrupt the interview for just a moment? Because I think we have a very special message. I think you're going to recognize who this is.
Look at how he sits, Snuffleupagus.
Good morning, America. The new studio. God, looks great. Miss Thorne, I couldn't be happier.
He's reading.
This is a great actor.
Look at his eyes.
He's
Look at his
reading.
eyes.
He's absolutely reading. This is a great actor who literally phones in his phone-in performance. Like, I hope they paid him a lot to do this. This might have been part of the contract. We'll give you $50 million, but you have to be nice to Riri Williams. Hit play.
Than to be seeing you bring Riri Williams to life. But the hood
Look at those
has
eyes
me
moving.
nervous.
Look at those eyes moving, Chris.
Yeah, it's just yeah. As someone who read teleprompter, I can always tell when someone's reading.
Is the hood green? Please tell me Mr. Ramos is not replacing me as Dr. Doom via Parker Robbins. Is there something you're not telling me? Anyway, I don't want to step on.
Oh, that was so funny.
Your interview, long story short, Iron Man loves Ironheart.
That's so crazy. Somebody hasn't made you feel like one of the original Avengers.
I love that his
that
art
hurt.
is like this.
That hurt to watch. And I have an idea, which I'm not going to say publicly for Perry for this. I have a great fucking idea for our video.
Is it? Can you read my mind with Margot Kidder?
No,
but then
it's not.
Okay.
It's not.
And then it's
but
Iron Man instead of Superman.
I have a
That's not
great
it
idea.
for Iron
I have a great idea for that. Oh my God. There's so much potential with that one. Perry probably already knows what I'm thinking. I can't wait for you to see it. Listen, all respect to RDJ just for his sobriety, for his journey to sobriety. He will always have my respect. And dude, if you're gonna cash in right. If you're gonna sell out for $50 million. I forgive you.
Yeah.
You don't need the money at all, but it's $50 million.
Yeah.
So props to RDJ. Chris.
Yes.
You're a movie reviewer. You see movies. You get to see them early.
Sometimes, yes.
Sometimes, yes. Sometimes it's a good that you get to see them early. You go, well, I'm really glad I saw this early. This was fun. Well, at least you know what? You go out with your lady friend and you have a good night. You go out for dinner. So like, even if it's a bad movie, it's a good thing. Like, it's a free day night. So it's like, that's cool. Everything about that's cool. So what do you want to start with? You want to start with the shitty Pixar movie?
Yes, let's start with that.
Yeah.
But I always say the same thing. Really looking forward to seeing this. You realize I say that with every movie I see. It's like I'm saying it every time. So people are like, really? I thought that movie looked lame. Like, look, it's a joke and I'm going to keep it going. Elio is the worst movie Pixar has ever made.
Oof.
Alan and I were texting each other after we both saw it. And it's today he's going to do a demo and show side-by-side footage why the movie is awful.
I want to see your text to Alan after that. It's like,
OMG,
like, girl, that was so bad. Reels? Tell me all about it.
For realsies?
For realsies?
It's weird because they did Inside Out 2, which was like fine. It was fine.
Yeah.
And we heard they did cut things out of it.
Yes.
They wanted LGBTQ representation, all this. And Pixar said, no, all the DEI that was going to be in that is poured into this thing. It is insane. It's very clear without being super specific that they elevated new and emerging voices to tell this story. All the white people bad, all the diverse people good. it's like so
Does Elio have a
predictable.
father?
No. Well, his parents in the beginning die. You just hear this in a line in the first scene of the movie. It's really a downer. And then the reason he has this eye patch is because he scratched his eye. It's so dumb and
Did he lose
relatable.
his eye?
No, he did not. He just
I
scratched.
thought he just lost. I mean, just had
Like
him
with
lose
a
an eye.
fingernail
In a car
or
accident
No.
or something.
Nope,
that's
not it. And
So
then
By a cat? Yeah, is he Nick Fury?
he becomes obsessed with aliens and wants to be abducted. And then everything that happens, everything he
Oh
wants.
my God, it's the
he
quarter
just
black
get
Garrett
it.
story.
It is. So he gets abducted, and these aliens are like the worst alien designs you've ever seen.
I saw the
It's
trailer.
like a 5-year-old kid designed these characters, and they exist in a place called the Communiverse.
Oh.
It is called the Communiverse, and they don't just say it once, it's repeated throughout as a way to say this is a good place, the Communiverse, where everything is equal. And then these other aliens come in that might be bad, that want to join, but they're a warlike species. Anyways, it's so not worth getting into. I mean, I don't want to bore you with it. This movie's gonna bomb. It's, by all accounts, an original property coming from Pixar is a good thing. They've created tons of original IP, right? That is great. Worst thing ever, worse than Good Dinosaur, just god awful. It's clearly marketed towards little kids, single digit age. But even movies like Monsters was great, where they were great. The Monster in the
Monsters, Inc.?
Closet. Yeah, Monsters Inc.
Monsters Inc. is fucking great.
Yeah, no, but that's for little kids,
yeah.
right? Monster Under the Bed, Monster in the Closet, and relatable. It's got Monsters Inc. for same target, much better done. And this movie is just the DI stuff I don't want to get into. It's so like, it's always white guy bad, black woman is the powerful, cool person. And so it makes everything predictable. Everything. You can't do anything.
That's where they really want to pump in the most propaganda for somebody who's like, might be going, well, it's a kid's movie. Yeah, it's actually worse because you're just a parent who's working all day, who might not still be aware of all this shit, who's rolling in to go, oh, it's a Pixar movie. And you're going to roll in and see some propaganda.
It's clear that the people who made this are not experienced. This should have gone direct to Disney Plus. It should never have gotten a big theatrical release. It is gonna bomb hard.
Do you know
it
what
will
the
drop
projections
off. I don't, but
not a lot of people have been
great.
talking about it. It's not like they've been promoting the hell out of it either. I think they're just kind of like letting
they're
it
gonna
go.
quietly put it out.
But like this, okay. So Kathleen Kennedy went out and wants Bob Iger to get a fucking Academy Award. Like what are his accomplishments? Well, they are fucking up Star Wars, fucking up Pixar, and fucking up Marvel. Those are his accomplishments now.
He drove into the ground profitable IP.
Yep.
And made Star Wars worth less money.
That is not the budget. Really? What's the Elio budget?
Yeah, the Elio budget, it was crazy. It's Pixar. It's not cheap. You know?
All right, $150 million.
It's not going to make its money back.
Yeah.
I don't think it breaks 100 at the box office. It's that bad. It's like Buzz Lightyear bad.
Yeah, nobody's talking about it either.
Buzz Lightyear was better. It's like, well, it has the action sequences, whatever, but it's not, they should have had Chris Evans should not have done Buzz Lightyear's voice. That huge mistake. Huge mistake.
Yeah.
So, no. Elio will tank.
My youngest grew up in like the last good era of cartoons, and he's so grateful for it. Spectacular Spider-Man, Avengers: Earth's Mightiest Heroes. There's just so much good shit that he could watch. But the golden years of SpongeBob when it was fucking great. When an adult could watch SpongeBob because there's adult jokes mixed into SpongeBob.
Yeah, no, it was great.
Which is great. And that would go completely over a kid's head. God, it was like the first few years were written so smart. It was such a smartly written show.
I mean, those are the best when it works on two levels, which Pixar traditionally was great at two levels. And it'd be like adults are getting this, kids are getting more something different. And that's why those movies age well. And they even do a thing where, you know, they kind of get you in the end. It gets a little emotional. You can see where they were trying to do that, failing miserably. I mean, everyone walked out of that screening just like, what the fuck did we just watch? It's literally, dude, I can't wait because Alan is way more into this. He's more of a Disney file than I ever was. I was always a Looney Tunes guy. I was like,
he's also locked in, right? Because he's got a younger daughter, so he's been watching all this stuff, especially go downhill for the last like, dude, you had kids, I had kids, so we all we had an era in our lives where we watched every single one of these movies.
Yes, yeah,
like to the point where I can't watch them anymore. But
true.
No, I get you. Like Alan's locked in right now, still in kind of in that era. You know, she's about to age out of it, but I feel you. I feel you. Like when we would catch a good one, Chris, like the box trolls. I really like the box trolls. I thought that was
my daughter's
clever.
She's a huge fan of that series. I love those movies.
God dang, that was like a clever movie, dude. And like we walked up, Melissa, we're like, thank God. Just because like most of them were like, you know, we at that time we weren't even like really looking at our phones that much, you know, and I would have for most of those movies. But so when we got a How to Train Your Dragon or something like that, we're like, oh shit, nice, sweet. Okay, Chris. Next movie, The Good One. I'm excited about this.
28 years later is just awesome. I don't want to. What's great about the trailers, they don't give you an inkling of the story, and there is
engage you.
It's. I'm so glad they didn't because I didn't know what the hell was going on, and once the story kicks in, it asks the question. What would society be like? And no spoilers here, obviously, but it's takes place 28 years later. It shows the world and Europe has fought off the virus, and there's a quarantine area that encompasses the UK and surrounding zone that is a no-go zone. If you go there, no rescue. You're done. You do not. They have contained it to this space. So how does society survive in a world with rage zombies and people? And you see how things have evolved to a place. How do people conduct themselves? How do jobs work? And how is society rebuilt? And it answers that question.
Ooh.
It's so good. There's a father-son story in the mix. There's other types of societies, and how do the rage zombies survive and thrive in this world? It's, again, I won't say any more than that. I'm saving it for Friday when Alan and I do a review, but I loved it. It sets up a trilogy. It doesn't end on a cliffhanger, but ends with it's going other places, and I cannot wait for the next movie. It is Chris, so smart, punk rock. I don't want to say anymore. It's just
I don't want to kill your buzz. You know who's directing the next movie?
Who?
Nia DaCosta.
Really?
Yeah.
Well, if they got a solid script, look, I actually think she got screwed with the Marvels. You know,
she shouldn't have been on it. She got screwed by being hired for her identity and not for her talent. She should have never been on it. She should have never been hired.
I, oddly enough, heard the commentary track for the Marvels. I think she's a legit director. I think you cannot make a good movie under Disney. You can't. That's why the best talent flees. That's why. Who are they hiring now to make Marvel movies? Not James Gunn. not Jon Favreau.
TV directors.
TV directors. And in that relationship, TV directors are used to having less power, where the producers have power. I think Nia DaCosta, combined with a solid script, not working for Disney, could do a really good job. So,
And like Alex Garland is like overseeing all the projects, I think. But like he's hit and miss with me too. So I'm not saying like everything that guy does is gold, because I fucking hated Civil War.
Warfare is great.
But I heard Warfare's everybody I've talked to says Warfare is great. So
amazing. But gotta see that in a theater, man.
Yeah.
Tough one.
No,
You got a big screen at home.
To legitimize Warfare, Eli from Unsub, we talked about it a little. I think it was before our interview, and he's like, no. That movie's accurate. Like it's because it's a slice of life mission, right? That's basically how it's presented. So I asked him, I'm like, well, as you know, you're a combat vet, like how did it go? And he's like, it was a rough watch. So and they got like a lot of things right. So yep. I just got to be in the mood to watch it, because you're not like, like let's have some casual viewing. Let's watch Warfare.
Yeah, well,
you got to be in that kind of mood. That's great to hear, Chris. That's fucking awesome.
No. So one bad to avoid, and one that if you like, I love zombie movies. So I love the Walking Dead comic before I got sick of it. And even the Walking Dead show, until they killed Glenn, then I was out. But
I don't like the genre that much when it's I like it when it's kind of supernatural and goofy. Okay, so like Return of the Living Dead is my favorite zombie movie of all time.
I don't want to say anything. It's just the world building here, and there are moments
when it's good. I like 28
days?
Sorry, 28 days later.
Yeah, the first one.
That's the one that relaunched the zombie.
Yeah,
because it was dead. It was fucking dead, and that relaunched it. Then Walking Dead came out, the comic book, and it started.
Then it got oversaturated.
It was really oversaturated.
Let's be honest.
But yeah,
this it's awesome in the sense that I can't think of something that does this well. Where would society be later? Like, I like that novel, even though Max Brooks is kind of a far lefty nut job PDS guy. I like World War Z. I like his book.
The movie was
The movie was crap, but the book was excellent.
The book's good.
The book is really great. The audiobook is really good, because there's like music, and a different person reads each chapter. Really good book. But
no, that was part of it was part of the swell of zombie stuff. And
new
I'm with you. Like I liked it when it's really good. I don't like it as a genre at all. Really, I'll just go when stuff is good. But I won't get everything zombie because I'm a zombie fan.
But it's fresh in the sense that we haven't seen this. We haven't seen all right,
a different look. Yeah.
3 decades later, what is the world? And people find a way to survive.
And we're always seeing like the fall, and it's the same old.
Right.
I like Marvel Zombies. When Kirkman did Marvel Zombies, that first miniseries was good.
I never read it.
Oh, you never read Marvel? The first one is good. It goes on way too fucking long. It's good. It's actually good.
I don't know. I like it in
gets
theory.
dumb.
Like, I like the art.
Like with all things comic, like they do it too much, and then it gets dumb.
Well, there's a Marvel zombie series coming out in October, right?
There is. Yeah.
Well, we'll see.
Is it going to be MCU zombies? Because that's what the MCU is right now. It's a zombie franchise.
Yeah, exactly.
But Chris, thank you. I can't wait to hear your spoiler review on this. And now I'm actually looking forward to a movie.
So pumped
I'm
to watch it.
Really excited. And a group of us.
I can't wait to hear what you think.
Well, a group of us are going to see it in North Carolina.
Mm-hmm.
So that'll be fun.
Nice.
See it with a bunch of people. And man, it'll be like the old days, a group of friends watching a movie that we're looking forward to.
Wow.
Such a rare thing these days.
I feel like it's been a while.
It's been a minute.
Yeah.
It's been a minute. Golem Wolf Draws says, hail all. Been a member for 37 months. Hail to you. Hail to you. Mikey Gussler, biggest James Gunn fan on the planet, by the way. Just want to make sure everybody knows that. And he wants you to know that too. For 20. What's up, Mikey? That new Superman clip that was released on the Kelly Clarkson show was terrible. Everything we've seen from the marketing confirms the leaks for the film. This movie will make 300 to 500 million at the most. Take it to the bank. If you are right, my man, I will take it. I will give you all the credit in the world. I think it does a little better than that, but I don't think
my take on that, I think Superman will do well because it's going to get families. This is a family friendly with Crypto the dog. This is a more broad and mainstream Superman, I think. I really believe that.
Yes. Aaron Pierre as 00 IQ. I mean, that's pretty much every actor. So, I mean, we don't want to single him out. Eudite, Octobonus Hole. I've been a member for 2 months. Thank you. Shooty Gatwa for Bond. You know, at this point, again, why not?
Lean into it. It's
you know
fun.
what? Just have a trans Bond and get it over with. Just fucking do it. Like, have it all.
Actually, just make it Zendaya.
Yeah. Primate King's son. Yeah. Bond is not black. The Ghostbusters are men, and Star Wars is Skywalky. That is all. You're right. A movie where Bond dies disqualifies it as a Bond film. Yes, the Daniel Craig era. A Casino Royale is the only one. And I kind of see that as like a special, a Bond special. But yeah. You will be getting, it should be this month. And a totally unrelated from James Bond subject, you should be getting an announcement that might be a little bit related to James Bond later this month.
Ominous.
Yeah. Bobby Hamner for $5. Gary, I'm trying to get into Tolkien books. Do you recommend specific box sets of them all, as I trust your opinion when it comes to Tolkien? Well, if you haven't been into it yet, you read The Hobbit, and then you read Lord of the Rings, and then you read the Silmarillion, and then you go to everything else. And there's box sets of everything else. Yes. Through Christopher Tolkien and Brian Sibley, there are more new Tolkien books than there are George R. R. Martin books related to A Song of Ice and Fire since the release of A Dance with Dragons. But no, you absolutely start with The Hobbit, and go to the Lord of the Rings, then you go to the Silmarillion, and then you go, and then, there's an order, and I would hit up one of the super lore guys to see what order, because I never read it in that kind of order. But there is an order you can read things, and you'll probably get 5 different answers, to be honest with you. But it's, dude, I wish to be able to read these things for the first time that'd be awesome. So you're in a good spot. But the basic answer is start with The Hobbit. Start with The Hobbit. And thank you. Master Austin has gifted 1 Nerdrotic membership. Thank you, Master Austin. We appreciate it. Lance has been a member for 3 months, says, what war did the white race lose that we should see all of our icons supplant by bioweapons against us? Well, the culture war. The culture war. It's ongoing and will remain ongoing. It's not going to end. It's not going to end in our lifetime. Sometimes it cools down a little bit, right, Chris? Sometimes it's a shooting war. Sometimes it's a cold war. Sometimes there is an armistice, but it's a constant battle. It's a constant battle. And that's kind of what America is, right? And what we want is balance. I don't want one side being dominant over the other for a long period of time, because absolute power corrupts absolutely. Right. That's why we don't have kings. That's why I'm glad we had a bunch of fucking boomers reminding themselves that we don't have kings, despite the fact that they voted for people who actually did some pretty kingly shit, like locking us down, allowing the peasants to riot, to help cull certain things so they can get more power. The merchants were getting too too lippy. So we took out some of those merchants that we like to tax, and we ended up buying up their land so we would be more powerful. We king elites and the lords and the ladies who got to go to restaurants without their fucking masks on while they were locking us down. Yeah. The fucking retard boomers were going and reminding themselves, like, we already know. Fucking listen, hippies. I know there's a lot of good boomers here, so I'm not counting you in the chat. They're the fucking worst. They're the worst. They created so many of these problems. They're the ones who went out in the 60s and made 75,000 Woodstock documentaries and fucking jerked off to Watergate. Like, they would literally watch a Watergate movie and fucking vigorously masturbate. And then they would pat themselves on the back for being revolutionary when all they were doing was getting high and getting laid. And then when their kids wanted to do it, they said they couldn't. And they started putting them on a bunch of fucking pills. Thank you, boomers. Time for you to fucking retire and go away, for fuck's sake, please. So sick of you. No more Woodstock documentaries.
Yeah, that generation likes to talk a lot about how great they are.
They
but
really
it's
do.
I kind of, when I see the footage of these protest things, it's like, oh, you still watch CNN and MSNBC.
Yeah.
Like, they're just caught up. They're propagandized. They're like, it's sad. It's sad.
Dude, how many?
They kind of shut it down in LA. The DA, they arrested people. People are going to jail for crimes they committed during the protests. And so that's people, it's shut down. So I feel bad for D.J. Cronkite, because he was like a daily thing covering the LA riots. And it was this few block area where all the assholes congregated.
Yes. And guess what protest had a death? It wasn't the fucking LA riots. The LA riots did not have a death. The No Kings protest did.
Yeah.
Because one of the fucking retards shot another retard.
Right.
They shot one of their own.
Yeah. I'm sharing something there from one of the Legion of Memers. Something real quick.
Oh my God.
Yes. Chris, they made a Kool-Aid movie. It's called The Jim Jones Story.
Well, that's the movie that Martin Scorsese's trying to make.
Yeah, that's
in
his
the
trying
studio.
to.
It's funny.
Marty for $4.99. I just learned the child in Fantastic Four is used later as a trans allegory in the comics. Would you be so kind as to kill me? No, I don't want to kill you, but I will.
Is that
knock
real?
It.
Wow.
Franklin Richards?
No, is that real?
I just learned the child in Fantastic Four who's Franklin Richards.
Yeah.
What other child are we talking about?
Oh man, that sucks. Did you see the I got something else to share.
Are you talking now, like, are you mixing it up with the Superman movie that's got like Metamorpho's kid? I think it's Metamorpho's kid. What else? What was that, Chris?
No, just an influencer just posted the Fantastic Four merch reveal. You want to show this? I'll refresh.
Sure.
Yeah.
Here we go. There we go. The merch reveal. It's all the merch reveal at an event. Here we go. Kirby, Pop-Tarts, dancing, clothes. Yeah. There's all the merch at a merch reveal event for the Fantastic Four.
With influencers.
Yay!
You know what this makes me want to do? Give every fucking nerd a wedgie and a swirly. I want, like, we.
There we go. Oh God, let me turn that off. That's annoying.
I wish this was AI.
I kind of want the Pop-Tarts.
Okay, no,
To be
Pop-Tarts
fair.
are so bad for you. You cannot, Chris. You are too old to eat Pop-Tarts. I'm
Maybe
too
a
old to eat
bite,
Pop-Tarts.
a
No.
bite.
Oh, there's
No.
protein Pop-Tarts.
Okay, why? If you're gonna eat a Pop-Tart, eat a fucking Pop-Tart. If not, then like
Oh, there's
get
too
a
much
good
sugar in it.
bowl of fruit. Get some natural sugar. Okay, we
I
had
do
our
that
fun.
every day.
We had our fun.
Yeah.
We had our fun. It's over
Yeah.
now. It's over now. A Pop-Tart goes right to your ass.
I wish it did that.
I'm sorry. Sound like his fucking dad. You will not be eating Pop-Tarts, Chris. You're healthy now, okay?
Gary has PTSD. Okay.
Yeah. I like watching my friends have strokes. It kind of fucking sucks. You know what I mean?
That was weird, man.
That was not cool. That was weird. Yeah.
That was weird.
That was not
weird.
fun. Okay.
Yeah.
I don't want to go through that again. So no fucking Pop-Tarts.
All right. Fine. I'll collect them.
Yes.
They'll be good 5 years from now when I don't give a shit.
Right. J-Mart for 20 Canadian pesos. James Bond is white. Shaft is black. The RRR guys are Indian. Now, if there's a movie with all of them joined to stop the Chinese, I'd buy a ticket. I would too. That looked cringe, Chris.
Yeah.
Like that really
the merch
None of-
reveal event with
None of it looked
influencers.
good. Well, from what I saw.
I think the time of the nerd is over, and I think it's fine for us to be niche again. I'm fine with people giving a shit. I'm okay with that. Just go away, normies. Go the fuck away.
Exactly. Like nerd, like even when I started at G4 in 2005, nerds were not cool, but suddenly became cool. It was Marvel and all of that like kind of made nerd stuff cool or mainstream. And now it kind of sucks. I like, anything like whether it's a small festival, like South by Southwest was a tiny, organic event. Now it's corporate bullshit.
Mhm.
And everything becomes that. It gets
Johnny's
co-opted.
got it right here. Co-opted by theater kids. Go the fuck away.
Yeah.
Sorry.
Yeah.
Go away. Go
Yeah.
watch your fucking theater. Go watch Wicked 100 times. I don't care. Get the fuck out. Agatha is like theater, is like the quintessential theater kid fucking nerd shit. It's like it's Disney Marvel in its final form.
Yeah.
Good God. It's depressing, Chris. Hail Nerdrotic in the Fellowship says, Ran Ben, hail to you. Calix. Chris, you found 2 good videos today, by the way.
I line up stuff to show you.
I appreciate that. That should be an example for all. A co-host who comes prepared to the most unprepared show of all time, but he comes prepared. Okay.
Well, there's things that happen during the week. It's like, oh, can't wait to talk to you again.
I know. It's so good. Now, well done, sir. Patting you on the back for that one.
Yeah.
Calix became a YouTube member. Thank you, Calix. Marty for $4.99. Do you guys remember the Page Master back when Hollywood enforced reading instead of coming out of the closet? The Page Master.
Yeah, wasn't it Macaulay Culkin?
Yeah.
Like it's just a thing to read,
Mm-hmm.
I don't know. I feel like that's the number one thing. If you can pass that habit onto your kids. That's
Reading?
huge.
Dude,
Reading.
Yeah,
read.
my fucking Jesus, my kid's reading more books than I ever did.
That's
cute. It's like, I'm glad we had a DNA test because I'm like, what? But the problem is, like, it wouldn't be my or Melissa's kid. He's so opposite of what we were. It's like, who are you? Did we pick up the wrong kid at the hospital? You're reading books like all the time. Yeah, it's great. He's reading
Have
Elric.
you read books from whatever?
I read comic books.
Well, and Tolkien.
Have you seen the BTS of Ironheart that dropped? I think yesterday.
No.
We
Like
could
BTS
show
was
that.
I
but I don't
was
want to. I know you
young-
want to end on time. So
Yeah, when I was young, the only books I read were Douglas Adams and Tolkien. That was it. All. It wasn't until like
Tolkien's hard to read for a normie too, though.
I dug it. I got hooked by Rankin Bass Hobbit they used to show it on remember when they showed that on prime time, Chris? Like they would show it on ABC.
Yes, I loved it.
And that was it. Once I saw that, I was like, what's this? It's awesome. Alan Ng's new interview with David Zucker was great. It was great, by the way. Yes, Alan Ng interviewed David Zucker on the day the horrible Naked Gun trailer came out, and it was bad.
Yeah.
It is not good. Superman won't put up with this crap. No, he wouldn't. Hey, Father Christopher Miller. It's too late for me, but maybe throw some prayers to my co-hosts. Vale Critical for $10 says, hail chat's mom. Also, thanks also for being real. You guys and the FNT fam are the best YouTubers and critics on the planet. Cheers. Thank you. I appreciate that. I don't want Lois deconstructing. I want Lois flying. She's the love interest and should exist to be the emotional support for Soups. That's it. And we'll see if she turns into that.
Yeah.
G Mort for 10 British pounds, proper money, says race or gender swapping an existing franchise shows a lack of faith in your product. 100%. A lack of faith in your beliefs and in your product. If you thought a black female trans secret agent would work, you'd make them 008 or whatever, or make a new franchise. That's the problem Hollywood's facing now. And we talked about like the post-woke era. Now, post-woke era means, yeah, baby. Look at that. Look at that. Dun, dun, dun,
Jaws 4K, the new version.
That looks so cool.
It's got a new documentary that's gonna Jaws at 50.
Yeah,
Can't wait
I
to
got
watch
that.
it.
I got that.
Yeah, cool.
I got my Sean Connery 4K James Bond box set in too. I can't wait to see that.
Nice.
Outlaw Josie Wales in 4K. Let's fucking go. Yeah, there's plenty of old shit to just rewatch again that I don't need to watch new stuff. But yeah, the problem Hollywood is facing now, and what I mean by post-woke era is the audience willingness to put up with it, which was not great to begin with, is at 0 right now. So that's the post-woke era. It doesn't mean Hollywood's going to stop being woke. That's like, that's like asking the wind not to blow. It's like asking a hooker not to blow. Hey, honest profession, more honest than what the fuck's going on in Hollywood right now. The audience is done with it. So now we're in the sloppy creative bankruptcy phase of like, we're going to get remakes of animated movies and those are going to be the biggest hits. And that spells doom for Hollywood, because that means you are now in the phase of rock music where you're just rolling out your fucking 80-year-old Rolling Stones for another tour, and nothing new is coming down the pipe. Nothing innovative is coming down the pipe because Hollywood has matured and it can't be innovative. Now there will always be entertainment. There will always be entertainment, but from that one source, not anymore. Not anymore. Hollywood will eventually turn into a side hustle. It's almost there. It's halfway there.
That's what it is for a lot of people. Gary, I know I can't have the Pop-Tarts, but can I have this? If you would share. There is fantastic
berry milk,
berry flavored milk.
I would honestly rather you have the Pop-Tarts.
It's the blue. It's blue milk. What, can I have some? Look at that. Look at that.
Okay, I take it back. You can have a Pop-Tart.
Yeah. That looks horrible. They are really betting on this. Like, there's a lot of merch for FF. There was not this much merch for Captain America, or although, to be fair, they moved the release date for Captain America so many times. I got like a Captain America Happy Meal from McDonald's like a year ago.
Before. Yeah.
Yeah. It was weird. Like, oh, okay, that's weird.
Wow. This is horrifically bad marketing. This, like, who is going to buy this?
It's from True Moo.
What parent would buy this for their kid?
Someone who hates their kid,
I guess. Oh,
ew.
Yeah.
So Mexi Rage for $5 James Gunn needs to get over himself. I miss the times when these types of people got a reality check, and he is an idiot for marketing and a liar. Hail.
Now I
He is
just
a liar.
wonder. I wonder if it's just those of us who follow this a lot that are annoyed with it. I feel like the general public, just in order to get their attention, you have to be loud. And that's what they're doing. They're being loud with this marketing. And I do think because of crypto, there's a dog bowl, popcorn bucket, milk bone. They're doing all these. I feel like it's a family where Man of Steel was kind of hard to argue that it would appeal to kids. This one will appeal to kids. It's if it's reined in from the gunness of it.
Yeah.
No.
Yep. The name is Superman. G. Mort for 10 British pounds, proper money. In the same vein as Bond, a female Doctor Who series could have been based around his daughter or one of the canon female Time Lords and could have existed in parallel. How are studios that out of touch?
Exactly.
We mentioned this at the time. Every Doctor Who okay, so they had the Sarah Jane adventures along with Doctor Who, like running parallel, and it was great. It ran for 5 seasons. So like it was working before. Doctor Who fans would be very accepting of that. Bond fans who will primarily focus on Bond, but if you like, that would be giving it something new, is like throwing in another 00. That would at least be new. I mean, they've done it in like as bad guys and stuff, but actually following one around. I wouldn't say it's great. I think if you want to succeed at James Bond, you make James Bond look like James Bond doing James Bond shit, and not for a modern audience. You do it James Bond shit. You keep it to the core of the character, and everybody will like it. But again, creatives in Hollywood, creatives in the UK are far more concerned about what their peers think than what you think. And they're so concerned now, and they're so wrapped up in their ideological bubble that they don't know how to make money anymore. They don't even know how to go about it. No, Perry is 100% on this. Perry just guessed it right there. Blackfeld. Are the studios worried to make a traditional Bond amongst other franchises because they are worried it will reinforce the norms? Yes. That's how they see it. They're, from their political point of view, it is reinforcing white supremacy. That's their political point of view. That making a white Bond, a traditional white Bond, would be reinforcing white supremacy. That's how fucking gone these fucking idiots are. They want to destroy. Thus confirming the truth. The audiences doesn't want their shit. The audience don't want their shit. When people are going to watch Skibbity motherfucking Toilet over the shit that they watch, and Skibbity Toilet is made.
Michael Bay's Skibbity Toilet.
Michael Bay's Skibbity Toilet. Okay. Like, that should tell you where we are. Listen, a show about a fucking moronic but based 60-year-old former TV host trying to work on a fucking farm gets better ratings, like by orders of magnitude, than the Rings of Power, based on the work of, very horribly, the work of J.R.R. Tolkien, who is from that country. That should tell you everything you need to know. It's also also Clarkson's Farm has better characters, better character arcs. And it's more engaging and more memorable and more accurate to British culture. Sorry. TOK is a new member. Thank you. John Keeley for $10. The Player is one of my favorite movies of all time. Great cast, cameos, and story. A real send-up of Hollywood, still appropriate today, especially Peter Gallagher pointing out writers aren't needed. Got a Player's good stuff. The Lord has spoken. The leaks were true. Ironheart is being split in two. That's right. Ironheart is dropping 3 episodes one day. Did you hear about this, Chris? Ironheart is doing 3-episode premiere on the 24th, and then doing the last 3 episodes. So they're basically dropping it all at once within a week. They want to get this. Remy says hi to everybody, if you can hear that. Veil Control for $10. Thanks for the Mobland recommendation, fam. Watched it with the wife and the kid, and it was refreshing to see something well made this year. Who was your favorite character? I
like the Disturbers, the
Disruptors.
Yeah. Eddie and Helen Mirren's character. Yeah.
I gotta say, towards the end, Kevin, Patty kind of takes the reins of his life towards the end. That was a good arc. But Conrad, dude, he's so fucking terrible and good all at once. And Helen Mirren's good, but if you want to say it, like, who was my MVP towards the end in this great cast, is Patty Considine. Kevin. He, like, in the same scene, forgives the guy who molested him and was going to walk away. And then the guy who molested him said one line too many, and he fucking blows his head off. And
it was such a shocker. Oh my God. Because I was like, oh, he forgave him. So sweet. And then his mob, like, blood takes over.
Well, no, then the guy said one line too many. Do you have kids yourself? Boom. And there's so many layers to that. There's so many layers because he doesn't. And he just realized that he doesn't have kids himself. So there's so many fucking layers to what him blowing that guy's fucking head off. It was genius. Absolutely genius.
Awesome. And I love the cleaners show up, just start cleaning everything. They take it's a sort of mundane job.
They do that in The Gentleman too. Like, the cleaner they get is like a drunk who's kind of passing out, and he just kind of goes through the motions. He's like, oh, we got this. We're okay. He's standing like in his plastic suit, and he's breaking down what he does like a car salesman. He like a contractor. It's so good. Yeah, I fucking love that show. A Book of Grudges for $49.99. Hot take. Joe Abercrombie's first Law series is better than George R. R. Martin's A Song of Ice and Fire. Did it finish? Because if it did, it's better. I'll agree with you. I like his characters and world just better. On top of that, he actually finished his trilogy. Then you're right. I'm not going to argue with you. Wrote 3 more standalone novels, is in the same world in another trilogy. I'm reading The Devils right now, Book of Grudges, and I'm digging it. Oh, I'm listening to it, and I'm digging it. And Stig, if you're out there, homeboy, thank you for the recommendation. He came in my DMs. He's like, you got to read this book. You got to read this series. You got to follow Joe. And I've known about Joe Abercrombie, and people have recommended it before. So after I'm done with Devils, I'm on to the First Law stuff for sure. Mostly because it's finished. But the Devils so far is really fun. Really good stuff. So have you seen the episode of The View with Arnold, and he's ever going to and is he ever going to be on it again? I don't know. Probably. They even tried to stop him from talking about immigration. I saw the clips. I can't handle The View. I mean, The View knows it's a fucking train wreck. They know it's a bunch of retarded old women, elitist women who know shit about shit. I guess Arnold said, screw your freedom. And I know he later apologized. He needs to and keep doing that, but like, that was bad. That was very bad. Infamous 699. I had a chance to join a Q&A with John Carpenter, and he said he hated Walking Dead and loved World War Z. No one dared challenge him on that. LOL. I mean, like, I'm going to listen to John Carpenter. I think Walking Dead is, and having read, I didn't read the entire series, but I read a big chunk of it, and watched a big chunk of the series, and walking away with the same thing. This gets boring. It gets really fucking boring and repetitive, and the people are bad, and I just want the zombies to fucking eat everybody. I'm super bored. So it went nowhere. And I think Kirkman's biggest fucking mistake, I don't know if he's corrected it since then, but back in early days, he said, we will never answer what caused the virus. So early days, he said we would never answer. I'm like, then I don't care.
Yeah, that was dumb.
Don't
No
fucking care.
resolution.
That was dumb.
whatsoever.
No, this movie 28 years later does set up a story that could take place over 3 movies. It's very good. And I can't wait to hear what you say on Friday. Can't wait for FNT, which I watch while I am doing laundry.
Trilogy, 28 decades later, 28 centuries later. Whites only, by the way, Chris.
Yeah.
28 millennia later. I mean, maybe. Maybe. Serious question. Neil Peart or John Bonham? That's not fair to ask. That's apples and oranges, though.
Right. I like them both.
Neil Peart is technically a better drummer than John Bonham, but John Bonham wasn't like Neil Peart was a show-off drummer because he was the best in the fucking world. He's right up there with Buddy Rich, right? Being the greatest drummer in the world. John Bonham was as technically sound, but did his job like the best way to describe it is he brought his fucking lunch pail to work, right? He was good on his little drum set. His timing was impeccable. Like there's drummers that are meant to be sloppy and are sloppy, but if you wanted like Chamberlain from fucking Smashing Pumpkins is a lot like Bonham. They hit their beats, they hit their notes like perfectly. Absolutely perfectly. But Neil Peart's the fucking goat, dude. Yeah. Absolute goat. But love them both. And who knew, like John Bonham was 30 when he died, choked on his own fucking puke because he drank too much. You know, how much better could he have gotten? Because Neil Peart, you can hear, you see he gets better, and then he hits a level that's stratosphere that nobody hits, like ever. But Neil would have told you the drummer that was better than him was Buddy Rich. Ginger Baker was good. Keith Moon was good, but they were sloppy, very, very sloppy drummers. But they weren't technically sound. They were just madmen, really fucking high on drugs who knew what they were doing that nobody could ever do. Like you cannot duplicate. Like Keith Richards couldn't duplicate his own fucking drumming. Like it was just a stream of consciousness. It was like, yeah. Phil Collins is great too.
Keith Moon was nuts. He was partly a comedian.
He was also like really fucking high the whole time. Like wasted. Iron Maiden, trans James Bond, Coctopussy.
Oh, that's good.
Oh my God.
I like it.
Casino Royale was good because it was close to the book. You're right. And I love that movie. A friend of mine is totally hyped for Billy Piper being the new potential Doctor Who. I didn't even know how to respond. They'll be waiting a long time because that's worst thing that happens is you get a special in a couple of years, but that's it. You're not getting another series. It's done. It's cooked. It's over. Fet the Grave for $2. Any meetups for Greensboro? No, unless you can go to the show. You can go to the show, but no meetup set up for Greensboro. No, I don't have time because I'll be attending the show and doing podcasts and hosting panel. Yeah.
The summit is like an all day tonight affair.
All day tonight affair. It's sorry. Some of my dudes and dudette, happy hump day. Happy hump day to you. Press M to start for $2. Lady Griscard, Lady Greymaster. Why did I say Discord? Lady Greymaster, Discord board votes for Zaslav's $16 million pay cut. Yes, he got a pay cut. He got a pay cut.
Down to 6 mil.
Why isn't the fucking Disney board doing this to fucking Iger? Like,
Yeah, that's all. That's insane. These golden parachutes and insane salaries for these executives are awful. It makes no sense. I feel like everything should be performance based. Gary, you could just work one day a week and do one live stream and make a certain base, or you can do freaking Forbidden Frontiers on Sunday and Nooner today and FNT on Friday and Real BB. You know, like you work. I feel like all work should be performance based.
Yes.
You do well.
Yes.
You do well, then you do better. You don't do well, there's no this bullshit.
The bonuses, essentially.
You get paid $1 and then you get paid based on performance.
No, I mean, like, I can't say 100%, but 95% of what I do is performance based.
Yeah.
Here, it's performance based. Like it relies on me. Oh, I mean, 100% of it, like, you know, I got to be working. So, but yes. And, you know, I think what prepared me for that was like owning the comic shop. Because like working without a net, that's a Harlan Ellison memoir, by the way. Working without a net. Which, you know what, makes it into Babylon 5. Because Harlan Ellison was a creative director on Babylon 5. Because I'm watching Babylon 5. But yeah, it's working without a net. And it's not easy. It really will clench up your butt cheeks a lot. Like it's fucking scary, but once you get used to it, it's way better than having a boss.
That's why
there's a trade-off there, though. There's definitely a trade-off.
And once you're your own boss, there's no going back. I can't work a normal job. I'm incapable. But also I kind of like that. I like that. Like that's why I learned early on, live below your means.
Yes.
Live below. So I don't stress. I live very cheaply. I'm not extravagant. You know, I mainly cook meals at home. Going out is a luxury. That's why I look for the best happy hour, cheap food. Like, no, I'm being serious.
Oh, no. I
it's
agree.
good happy hour. 50% off apps. I'll have the sliders with a side salad.
I grocery shop.
Oh my God.
Yeah. I grocery shop.
I go to Trader Joe's about 2-3 times a week. I'm going there after the show.
Yeah.
Nice.
I was just talking to the wife that I went to like for many, many years. I had to I shopped at Food for Less. That's all I could afford.
Oh, that is super ghetto, Gary.
Dude, that's all I could afford.
You should buy cans and stuff from Food for Less because it's the same products that you.
Yeah, it's the same shit.
Buy it.
But yeah, no. I was shopping at Food for Less like for many years, many years.
Kirkland brand is
Kirkland.
Kirkland.
I still get that.
Kirkland.
I still get Kirkland. Yeah, I still get that shit now.
Yeah.
I still do.
Kirkland.
Rooftop Korean. Oh wait, Gary, I like you. Still stay civil. Oh, you can yell at me. I don't care. The problem is not boomers. The problem has always been socialism. Well, I mean, I tried to make the distinction, but the vast majority of your generation, there's a big chunk that's great that I like you, big old bearded bear. But the vast majority of your generation is socialist boomers, champagne socialist boomers. You can't deny that's the vast majority. And now I know there was a culture war back then, and like half of you didn't like the fucking hippies, but the ones that are in power right now are champagne socialist fucking boomers, and they are a massive problem. And Generation X was a direct result of them. We were the counter to them for a long time I'll be critical of my own I'll be critical of my own generation until a vast majority of my generation, bearded old bear, turned into the same fucking thing. Base boomers, base Gen Xers, you know who you are. We love you. But we also know the truth. My generation became a bunch of whiny ass bitches too, and they made a bunch of whiny ass bitch millennials. And that's what we have to deal with. That's why there's a culture war. It is. There's good ones and bad ones. But I will criticize Generation X as much as the next guy. Because a bunch of people I grew up with turned into a bunch of fucking socialists, which is hard to believe because we were all about not putting labels and not being the individual and the latchkey kid and relying on ourselves and you know, and then you turned into a bunch of fucking socialist bitches. It's just true. Sorry, I don't make the rules. I don't make the rules. Rooftop Koreans were more American than actual Americans during the riots. You're right. You're right. Question for Chris and Gary. Your favorite Superman and Batman comics. Mine are Jeff Loeb's all-season Superman and Batman, The Long Halloween.
I don't know. Dark Knight Returns. I know that's kind of cliche, but that was a milestone. Superman, I don't know what issue it was, but it was Alan Moore wrote a story. It was one of the last, was it like a last, where it was Superman is like in a coma and the whole story takes place in his mind. Anyways, I'll have to look that up. I have it in a long box somewhere. It's one of my favorite Superman stories.
Whatever happened to the Man of Tomorrow?
I think that's it.
Yep.
Yeah.
And for my favorite Batman story, it's kind of, it's between Dark Knight Returns or Year One. It's kind of basic, but I really like Year Two as well.
Oh, Year One's great.
But all the like Long Halloween's fucking awesome. There's so much to choose from.
Yeah.
I fucking Killing Joke. I love Killing Joke.
Oh, Killing Joke.
Absolutely adore Killing Joke.
Epic.
I know some people don't like it. I fucking love it. I love it. And the art. Oh, dude, the art is so good. So good. Superman, Man of All Seasons is one of my favorites. It is. As a matter of fact, it was available in the shop I was in the other day, but my kid already has it. Autumn Mirabilis for $4.99. Gary, if you ever get to see Seal of Omega if you ever get the Seal of Omega as a tattoo, use the original RTD stole for its season 2 finale. It didn't exist like that before I drew it. Before you drew it. Really? I'm not going to get one. I got the Seal of Rassilon. That's it. This hand, I don't know. I don't know what I'm going to get on there. That'll be my last one, if that happens at all. Hood Billy has been a member for 29 months. Thank you. Darth Maul's lower half says, all I said before, I blame the Big Bang Theory. It turned nerd culture into mainstream and glorified mental illness as social anxiety. I agree. Fuck that show. King Camel, Gary, I commented on the new 007 trailer on your timeline. Maybe a better option? I will check. It's me for a member for 36 months. Just wanted to say your interview with Eli was great. Really enjoyed it. Oh, cheers. That was a fun interview. Interesting interview. Eli's great. Thank you for watching. Hi, Gary. First time chatter. Please give me the feeling of your please give me your feeling about your IMDb page of the movie Children of Blood and Bone and Authentic Italian Chow. Please give me your feeling about the IMDb page of the movie Children of Blood and Bone. I would have to look at it. But ciao bella. I can do that. I'll look at it and get back to you. I just saw the Naked Gun trailer with Liam Neeson, and it already looks like an embarrassment for Hollywood, an embarrassing Hollywood disaster. It does not look good. Aaron for 40 Martian pesos. Hot take. Toby Spider-Man 1 and 2 are better than comics. No.
Different.
No. Really great. Really fucking great. No. Gollum Wolf draws for $5. Do you think Fantastic Four really has a chance to make money based on the previous Marvel flops? Any my normie friends, I just don't see it making a profit. It depends on how much. We haven't heard anything on the budget. I'm guessing 200 million, maybe. I think it does 650. I think I'm probably going to be so fucking wrong on that one, but Thomas Montalbano for 1999 says, "Hey guys, Gary, loved your appearances on the Hodge Twins and Eli's podcast. Thank you. It was your first appearance on Unsub that introduced those guys and yourself to me. And now I'm ruined for life. Love you all and safe travels. Cheers." Sorry we ruined your life.
Hodge Twins was great. I watched the whole thing. It was awesome.
Thanks, man.
Samesies.
So much fun.
That was
I can't
fun.
tell those guys apart at all.
I still
like
can't either.
The same person. It's crazy.
We were laughing a lot. We were just laughing a lot because there was a lot to laugh. Remember when Elon and Trump were fighting? It feels like years ago.
Yeah.
That's the day it went down.
Went away so
bizarre.
quick.
Narcotic Mongoose, thank you for gifting a one Nerdrotic membership. We appreciate it. G. Owens Wares, please read in Mike Myers' bad Scottish accent. Gary, audiobook now. I ate a baby. I want my baby back. I just saw that movie like a couple of days ago. It was bad Scottish accent. That's what you wanted, right? Audiobook comes after the regular book. So you're going to get the audiobook 3 months after the release of the book. Hollywood issue number 1, how to make compelling movies. They can't. Hollywood issue number 2, how to discover new movies. That would be reading books, Matthew Hammond. They should go back to adapting books like they used to.
Yeah.
I mean, badly, but that was pretty regular thing, was adapting books. And there's a lot of books they haven't adapted yet, but no, I don't want Hollywood touching anything right now. Jester of Roanoke is a new member. Thank you, brother. Matthew Hammond for $2. Gary, another TV series that finished Stargate. Yeah, I know. You know when it finished? Like fucking 20 years later. That's a commitment. Spoiler warnings are gay, like Gandalf. If the story is good, the story will be good. What's that you say? Rosebud is a sleigh? Yeah, I became immune to spoilers when I worked at the comic shop, and people would walk in and go, Dumbledore died, like before I even bought the book. And I'm like,
oh no. Well,
that's just life. In a world where like it's everywhere and you're going to Twitter and YouTube, I mean, there's a way to avoid it, and that's just to try to avoid it. But and I think the guy was just joking. To be honest with you. But that wasn't a spoiler. No. I could give you a spoiler, but I won't. The Titanic sinks. Just Josh and yay, Chris. I love your enthusiasm, says Jester of Roanoke for $2. There you go. Jester's awesome. Spoilers. Indiana Jones is an archaeologist with a whip and a fedora who goes on adventures for $5. Shlomi Leaner, thank you, Lady Grandmaster, for 30 shekels. Hey Gary, since Ghost Rider is your favorite character, what is your favorite comic with him in it? I am currently reading the one where he teams up with Wolverine. Hearts of Darkness might be, there's Hearts of Darkness where he teams up with Wolverine and Punisher. That's really good. The better stories are in I'd say the Danny Ketch run had better stories, but I think it's Daniel Way did a Ghost Rider series. So Garth Ennis did a mini series on Ghost Rider, like Western Ghost Rider, which was really good. That's one of my favorites. But then the Daniel Way series after that, so it's like Ghost Rider Volume 3. The first 20 issues of that are fucking great. And if you go to issue number 7 of that Volume 3 run, and you go to the back to the letters page, you will see my Ghost Rider tattoos in that comic book. But those are some of my favorite. Salvation Run might be my, like, as a kid, I love that one because that's the cover that's of my tattoo where Ghost Rider's like up against Spider-Man and the Thing. You see all that, but you got to read the comics. It's not really them. It's a good one though.
Hi, Sophie.
Sophie, what's up? Gary had made my piece missing turkey.
Kind of glad it got canceled. FOMO, JK.
Yeah, and now Egypt. Why? Well, we'll be back in Peru. Well, if World War III starts, I don't know. Who knows? It doesn't look like it's starting though.
Yeah.
I thought our attack was imminent.
But the marketing for the Fantastic Four continues. Look at the flavor of Reed Richards' cereal that just the Legion of Memers core member 123 put up.
Oh no.
It's gay berry.
Oh,
When you put it that way, I don't want his gay berry milk. Ew.
Gay berry blue milk. Oh my God.
Oh no.
Why'd you have to make it worse?
That is beautiful. That is fucking great.
Yeah.
Any info on CBBC's Doctor Who or War Between? They were already made. Well, I don't know about the animated series, but the War Between is a unit spinoff that's just for the iPlayer. Hubby says FNT and Real BC swimsuit calendar when I'm about to when it's over, when it's all over. Get the seal of Gunn. You decided what that is. Get the seal of Gunn. You decide. B-Buster for $2 says. And then we got, remember for 21 months, what's going on in Greensboro, the Cosmic Summit. It's a Ancient Civilizations conference where they talk about Atlantis and all that fun stuff. Paul Dini's Gotham City Sirens is the sexiest comic. You're right. Saw Superman today. The movie is better than expected. 100% different from the previous takes. Very good character choices with the future growth of the character. So there you go. Somebody saw Superman and liked it. Incasiva for that's South Africa, right? No, that's a Zardoz. What's a Ron? Zardoz is South Africa.
Iran is Romanian Lou. Did I get that right?
Yeah, it's Romania. There you go. Well, there you go. He saw it. Another fantasy series that finished well, Wheel of Time. There, you're right. Wasn't a very good TV show though. John gets game for $2. Spoilers and insider info. Superman suits up. In a Superman suit? The Napski. Why did I keep missing that one? There we go. The Napski. How do you think Doomsday will go down? These prequel Marvel movies are just not cutting it. I still think they should kill off Mackie Cap at the start. I think they should too. Or make him what he is, Falcon. I think they're gonna bring in evil Cap, evil Dr. Doom, and then they will be defeated in the end by Chris Evans, Cap, and Tony Stark as Iron Man. And I think it'll be just a big gimmick fest that a lot of people will see and not remember. Chris, are you team Marvel Comics or team DC? I am DC Comics.
Yeah, I'm more DC, but I like Marvel a lot. It's like, choosing between, types of ice cream. I like them both.
Yeah.
I get DC more. DC
I like them both the same now, but I grew up a Marvel person, and what I'm doing now is going back and reading all the DC shit that I missed instead of buying new comic books, which is way better.
Yeah.
By discovery, I mean no one watches late night or reads magazines, and Hollywood has no answer to reach people about their new movies. Yes. I mean, you're right. Well, they have online, but then a bunch of them left Twitter because they were mad at Elon, and then they came crawling back. But there's still a way to reach people. I mean, there's a bunch of engagement farming Twitter that, like, honestly, I'd rather get these than other stupid shit about the news. But like this, all the cinema tweet, Chris, do you see those? Like they just cut out great scenes of movies and they just fucking constantly put them up and then rotate them out every month, but they're good. Like, it's fine. I got no problem with that. That's a way to reach people. Joni Galligan for 5 British pounds proper money. Hey, Gary, can you shout out to my fiance? He proposed 2 weeks ago on my 40th. Oh, way to lock it down, buddy. Congrats. Stephen O'Donnell. We are huge fans from Ireland. Excited for the book. Oh, cheers. Cheers. Shout out to Stephen O'Donnell. It's about fucking time you locked it down. I don't know how long you took, but I'm just gonna give you shit anyway. But way to do it on the birthday. Way to knock that out on the birthday. So you kind of like make it a birthday present too. Well thought out, sir. So congratulations, you two kids. Joni Halligan. I hope I got that right. Thank you. Is there more?
Yeah, one that just popped in here.
Okay.
John Gets Gaming for $2 says get Grace Caroline Curry for Wonder Woman in Tim outfit, or does WW mean something else? And I totally butchered it.
Say it again.
Get Grace Caroline Curry for WW in the Tim outfit.
In the Bruce Timm outfit. Yeah, that's Wonder Woman.
Oh, okay. Wasn't sure. Le Chevalier Delise for 2 says I'm annoying, I know, but but chances of Babylon 5 episode review or B5.
I think I do that for like members.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I rewatch it enough to like I love discussing the show. So
and then we have SC615 for 5 says Chris Gore, spoiler alert, RoboCop is both part robot and part cop.
Stop it.
That's good. I love that. I love that.
Harry Brownhole for 2 says Elio equals 0 creativity with specific things to say. And I don't know if you got this on Monday's Nooner, but there were some Streamlabs here. Did you check Streamlabs on Monday? Let's see. Elric2112 for 10 says tangent here. I saw your bass on the stand in your home studio. Do you play much? And shout out to you quoting a Rush song, Spirit of Radio, when babysitting Ryan the other day.
Oh, well, Spirit of the Radio, by the way, is and in reference, in context, we were talking about how that song is relevant to today as far as art is concerned, as far as like movies and stuff. Listen to the Spirit of the Radio. And yeah, I still play, like not as much as I used to, but I still play that. That's a Fender Explorer. It's a Fender Explorer. I have a Rickenbacker locked up. I have a blue Rickenbacker. That's kind of my favorite. And then the other guitar is a Epiphone. It's a signed Jane's Addiction guitar. Before Perry completely lost his mind and assaulted Dave Navarro on stage. Like, what the fuck was that? Drugs are bad, okay? Drugs and plastic surgery don't mix. Like Perry looks like it looks like he has a doll head now.
Oh.
Well, that's what most plastic surgery. It looks like
true.
You start looking like an action figure.
Doesn't look right.
Yeah, it looks
Man.
weird.
Yeah, you're right.
Sophie for 2 says spoilers, River Song, one of my faves. Hi, Sophie. Kevin Bet for 10 British pounds says Toxic is a UK retro comic from the 90s. Totally recommend. Okay. Arian for 100 yen says Wonder Woman by Michael Diodate is sexist Wonder Woman comic, and Gail Simone run
Sexiest.
best Wonder.
Not sexist, sexiest.
Oh my. Okay, sorry
Like
about
Diodato.
that.
Okay.
My bad. And Gail Simone run best Wonder Woman story. Both do not have any feminist BS. A must read. Thank you, Arian. And sorry
George
about
Perez run best, and John Byrne best
and
Wonder
then
Woman runs.
Gregory Brown 3569 for $250 says, hi Gary, what are you looking forward to seeing most in Egypt? Just going to take it easy or explore everything to the max?
I'm gonna march to Gaza. That's what I'm gonna do. No, we're marching to Giza, not Gaza. What am I gonna, I'm gonna see as much as I humanly possibly can. I want to like it's purely experiential.
Very cool.
Yeah.
Hi Chris, what are your thoughts of the Naked Gun trailer?
I think even if it's bad, it's just a normal bad movie. That's why I'm kind of excited. It's like, look, not every joke lands. I don't like that they repeated jokes from the first trailer. That was stupid. Yeah. But I do like Pam Anderson looks like she's giving a blowjob to Liam Neeson in the infrared. I like it. It's like, if it's bad, it's just a normal bad movie, and that's healing. So it's very possible it won't be great, but watch the interview with David Zucker that Alan did on the Film Threat Interviews channel. He talks about a lot of it and what they originally planned for Naked Gun at Paramount. They rejected it. So go watch that. But thank you, RM.
Philip Poole for 2 says, what Fender Explorer?
Here, I'll show it to you when I'm back home.
Masato K for 2 says, sorry if I missed Sandman season 2, yes or no?
What?
Like, to watch it?
Yeah, I don't understand. There will be a Sandman season 2. I didn't like Sandman season 1. I thought it sucked.
Okay. And last one, WG for $50 says
Safe travels.
And we'll see you there. Thank you, WG. And yeah, that's it.
That's it. That's all. Sorry,
You're going on the road.
Going on the road, like right now. That's why I'm like,
what did I miss?
No, I'm just trying to do 2 things at once. It's not really working. It's not really working.
Well, actually, while you're thinking, Egypt, we are over half sold. So if you guys are interested on going on an adventure with us, Gary, myself, Quarter Black Garrett, and Adam Krigler, Wonder Wolf as well, you're going to spend a whole week with us. It's a lot of time. Plus see a lot of cool stuff in Egypt. So definitely, if you're interested, just check it out. See if you're able to make it. And Sophie for 2 says, I swear, I think you were supposed to read this. Living on a prayer. Sorry, Gary.
No.
Sing it.
And thanks for calling me out on that. I don't know why I said Fender. It's a Gibson Explorer. It's red. It's red.
It's red.
It's red.
And then Arian for 40 says, sorry to say, but George Perez art is a bit outdated. Okay.
You are absolutely free to be completely wrong on this channel. It's okay. We still love you.
Chris, what do you got going on over the next
I meant to say
bit?
Gibson. I don't know why I say I'm trying like dude, I'm trying to do 3 things at once right now. Brain is not working right now.
Hollywood
is a Gibson Explorer. It is red. It is from the 80s. When I bought it, the case still smelled like fucking chain smoke. I was like, this is perfect. So you open it up and like there's no way to air that out either. You open it up and it is fucking cigarettes. And you're like, yeah. But my Rickenbacker is the one I play the most, like the most.
This is I got the biggest laugh this morning when you told me, Gary, it's going to be a short show today.
I know. Well, it is kind of short. We're leaving now. We said 2 hours. Usually they go 2.5.
Yeah. When Gary says short, I just expect 2 to 3 hours.
Yeah, I laugh.
We got to finish the soups, guys.
Fine.
We got to finish the soups. Chris, you got a show.
I got a show. Hollywood on the Rocks in 90 minutes. Watch it. Alan Ing the Merciless is going to drop the hammer on Elio.
Nice.
I can't wait. He has a whole presentation.
Oh,
Look,
PowerPoint?
Alan is pumped. He's going to show examples and God.
Is he going to spoil the movie?
Oh my God.
Who gives a fuck? It's Elio.
Yeah.
But 28 years later, I won't talk about it until Friday. And it'll be light spoilers from
I mean, like that's what
Act 1.
What we try to do, and I guess again, mileage may vary on what you think a spoiler is. You're free to think that, but just again, I have set the boundaries of this channel many years ago. I spoil the shit out of everything, but we really try not to like spoil big stuff on stuff we love. Like stuff we truly like. We like wait a while. Like Mobland, we were very general for a long time because we're like, no, I want you to watch this.
Well, because Az didn't watch it, that fucker.
Yes.
Ironheart, I will go down every fucking detail the day after it comes out. So
Well, I'll
that's the
tell you.
difference.
I'll tell you tonight.
Whoa.
I might have a gathering
I
at
will
my
not
place
have
with
that
some
in my
people.
chat.
Oh.
That's a Dodger fan right there. You sound like a Dodger fan. Hey, I'm glad that the best player in the league should be fucking kicked out due to his gambling and stuff. I'm glad they kept it in. They rolled his best friend under the bus. I'm glad you're the best team money could fucking buy. You know, that's fine. That's great. You got a nice park that's in the worst location in the history of mankind that nobody can drive in or out of. It takes you fucking hours to get out of Chavez Ravine. You know, and it's easy to be a Dodger fan. You got all those championships and stuff.
All those attempted murders.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. You know, it's kind of basic to be a Dodgers fan. You know, it's kind of, you know, I try to be like edgy and pick a team that hasn't won shit.
Underdog.
Wait, is this your
watch?
blanket?
Yes. So the bidding will end Friday at 9 p.m. Eastern. So if you are interested at all, I crocheted a blanket. I'm actually crocheting another one while at Kara's. This one I actually really like the coloring and all that.
BGLDQ flag is that?
What?
What BGLDQ TQ flag is that? Or LGB? My God.
I think he. Are you
That's-
okay?
that's-
Can
no,
you
no,
raise
that-
both your arms
That's
up,
the
please?
flag. That's the flag. It's a specific LGBTQ furry specific flag.
Plus.
Yeah.
It's the
'Cause
furry
it's-
flag.
it's
the
my-
furry flag for the furries who like Zootopia 2.
It's
when
my
it comes out.
grandma flag. Okay, whatever.
Grandma flag.
Yeah. So if you're
He's not having a stroke. Okay. We always sound like that.
Yeah.
Can you put both your arms up
BGLDQ.
just in case, please?
Oh my God.
The NAACP LBGTQ
Mm-hmm.
lesbian, gay, and bacon. Lesbian, bacon, and gay. I forgot what Jeremy Clarkson said. But,
Yeah. So we got Asian Manfred Man's Earth BND. I don't know what that means. With $10 says blinded by the right wrapped like a wish another run in the night. I hope I did that right.
Oh, thank you very much.
We have B Buster for 2 says that my age spoil away. Juan Carlo Gonzalez Jr. for 2 says another word. Any
No
word
word
on the
yet.
have the middle one.
No
Okay.
word yet.
Smash the like. Thank you, Jesus. And
Not for me.
we had Joni with 2 British pounds says 20 years together and 4 kids, well worth the wait. And then Steven actually comes in and says 20 bloody years and 4 kids it took me to propose.
Oh my God. So I was on point on that one. Jesus
Took long
Christ.
enough.
About time
Damn.
you fucking lock it down.
Oh my gosh.
Were you waiting for a 5th kid?
Jeez.
John Gets Gaming for 2 says this is just to keep Chris here to go insane.
Yes. What are you doing? Look, here's my spoiler thing. Don't tell people the ending of the movie. And
and
generally,
major plot details. But
Or
I think
like
you're
a surprise.
if it's in the trailer or the first
But
act of the
I would
movie,
just caution. I would just here. This is what I would caution: is
Yes.
we never know the intention of the person leaving a super chat or saying in the comments. So what we're doing is we're hearing them in our voice. I learned this in marriage counseling, Chris. So like that's why you don't have text arguments, because like something that might be innocuous might sound like the worst
Mhm.
thing ever because you're hearing that person in the voice. So I always try to
Especially
lean to
for
the point where
Matt.
like maybe they're just fucking joking because
Yeah.
you were trying to be cautious with spoilers. So stuff like that we cautious. But yeah, a spoiler is you're spoiling a point. Is me saying fucking the Savage Incredible Hulk will be in Spider-Man 4. That's a spoiler. That's
maybe they're
Well,
going to use it in all the
Oh, wait.
marketing.
No, wait,
it'll
wait.
be in the trailer.
I'll give you one that they haven't announced.
Okay.
Again, yeah, I mean, you've heard it here. If you're the Punisher, John Bernthal's The Punisher is going to be in Spider-Man 4. That's a spoiler. It's not going to be a multiverse story. That's a spoiler. They wanted it to be a multiverse spoiler, and they said no. I said no.
Every
When we
Marvel
talked
movie
about-
is a cameo fest now.
Yeah, it's just going to be a cameo fest. Spock dies in Wrath of Khan. Fuck, Darth
What?
Yeager. God,
I had no Oh
my God.
No, I actually literally had no idea, but
Yes,
it's been long enough.
John Bernthal. What I was told is Savage Hulk, Mark Ruffalo, Savage Hulk, John Bernthal's Punisher are being controlled by some unknown entity, and we the person didn't know like who the villain was going to be, but they're being like controlled or manipulated in some way. Now, I've been talking about this since December, so like they've known this since December. I'm guessing we're going to learn more, but yeah, Savage Hulk is back. Chris saying like, hey, we're going to find out what happens to a zombie world 28 years later is literally in the title.
Yeah.
It's called 28 Years Later.
Look, I got to go because Alan, just share screen for a sec. Alan and I have to do a show together. We're going to do the Can You Read My Mind poem. So thank you for that.
That is
MK Solid. MK Solid 82. Thank you for that. Legion of Memers. Let's go. Let's go.
He really looks like my father in that picture.
Dodgers are so fucking boring. The Dodgers are the most boring fucking team this next to the Yankees. They're just fucking boring. We're tired of them. Yeah, you got these big giant cities that are complete shitholes. And you have good baseball team because you have a good market value, and that's great. And and like baseball's not as gay and socialist as the NFL, so there is difference in the market size and stuff. And I know San Diego's always been like the redheaded step, like your real rivalry is with San Francisco, and San Diego was just nothing to you. But like now San Diego is you. It's the same thing as your shithole fucking city. It's the same thing. So the last connection I have with the Padres in sports is I went there, I went to games with my dad's. I saw fucking Tony Gwynn play. I saw him play his first fucking game as a Padre. All right. I saw Nate Colbert play. Saw Randy Jones play. Steve Garvey, remember that guy? I remember him fucking hitting a home run and beating the fuck. I was there when they beat the Cubs, the Cub Busters in '84. To go to the World Series to get our ass smoked by the Detroit Tigers. I was there. It's easy to be a Dodgers fan.
Here we go. One last share, Gary.
Yeah.
To end the show.
I saw Babe Ruth. That's it.
Yes. Release the McCracken. Thank you.
I'm talking to Master Austin, who says, good, Gary. Somebody asked, who are you talking to? That super chat. That's right there.
Oh my God.
Let the hate
Go
flow
Dodgers.
through you. Go Dodgers.
Go Dodgers.
Guys, you guys are too generous. Oh my goodness. We're
I'm
trying to end the show.
I'm seeing F1 on Monday. Gary, there are
I can't wait for that.
Fan advanced screenings. You can just buy tickets Monday for F1.
This Monday?
This coming Monday.
Oh, but I'll be in Greensboro.
It's it'll be in IMAX at IMAX theaters.
I can't wait to see this. This is another one I'm like optimistic
so I'm seeing it
for.
Monday. I have tickets.
I have a feeling F1 will be well received.
Hopefully good.
I think so too. I talked to someone who saw it and said, look, it's what you think it is. It is just you're in the cockpit.
Dude,
racing.
Ford versus Ferrari is like one of the best movies of the last few years. Like absolutely, that's a James Mangold movie.
100%.
Great father-son movie. Fucking fantastic fucking movie. I like movies like that. I just like race movies. I like cars.
All right. It's fun doing a short show with you, Gary.
It was great doing a Nerdrotic short show the exact same time as every fucking normal show.
Yeah.
Short-ish.
Short-ish. I got to hit the road. My wife's waiting for me.
You got to go.
Do you want me to save these for a square up then?
How many more you got?
3.
Okay, go.
Matthew Hammond for 2 says Dodger Stadium is a dump.
Yeah,
John
but
gets
they have good hot dogs.
They let Ahura pilot and everyone die in Wrath of Khan. Oh, spoilers, I guess, but it's pretty predictable as soon as they let her drop. Wow.
Okay.
Brendan's Wards 83 for 10 says, just watch the interview on Say Hi to Eli. Great episode and story. And I appreciate all the great shows, Gary and team.
We
Cheers.
appreciate you. We appreciate all of you. We love you. Thank you for supporting us. Thanks to everyone who left a super chat and donation. Thanks to everybody who gives a shit. It's fine. I don't care. Thanks to all the lurkers out there. Congratulations for finally locking it down. God damn it, after 20 years. We wish you all the best. And thanks to the Nerdrotics. We'll be back
Friday.
I don't know if we'll be back next week for the Nooner.
You let me know.
I'll let you know.
Cool.
I'll let you know. We got it's Ironheart week next week, buddy.
Dude, I'm watching all the episodes today.
God, I wish I'd come over and watch them.
A group of friends. We're all going to watch it together. I'll probably record videos in between for members only.
You should.
For my channel.
Totally should. That's a great idea.
Yeah.
Extra girl, I'll see you soon. Chris, well, I'll see you at Comic-Con. So
I'm going to see you before, actually, for a screening.
Oh, yes.
Oh, yes.
Fantastic Four.
Yes. The Fantastic Four. Let's go. All right, Chris, great show today. Love you guys. Thanks again. See you if you're at Cosmic Summit, come up and say hi.
Yes.
Right.
All right.
Take care, everyone.
Bye.
See you later.